What up?
What is going on, buddy? Welcome to the show. I have a few of the cats coming in. I'm going to lower it a minute.
No, it's knocking out your voice.
Oh, is it?
I don't know why. Yeah, when you start talking.
How about that? How about that? Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there we go. So welcome to the show, you guys. I'm here with Anthony from the ACS Universe. Ryan Ziervit will be joining us real soon, along with a few others, I'm sure. But a lot of crazy shit happened today. And one that happened, I want to say, just before the show started, something really big happened, which I was like, wow, that's unfortunate.
Very. Yeah.
Very.
I did get to see that. I didn't see much this weekend, but I did see that.
Right. No, exactly. And today we are going to talk about our main topic. Well, there is a main topic that we're going to talk about, but our original main topic, which we're still going to cover, is going to be the what David Zaslav has in store for the new quote-unquote DC studios and what direction he's going to be going in, based on the reports that we've been reading, based on everything that's been put out there. So we're going to talk about that and kind of break that all down in just a little bit. But first, before I do that, I wanted to pull up something that I thought was just so incredibly crazy. Let me find it real quick. How was your weekend, Anthony?
It was a weekend.
It was a weekend. There you
go. Yeah. It was a weekend, bro. It was a weekend. Did go to I went to Falcons training camp today, though. It was pretty dope. What, you frozen? What are you doing? Oh, you. I don't know if he's frozen, ladies and gentlemen, or what the hell is going on right now. Or am I frozen? I guess he's frozen, or me. Somebody say something. I don't know what's going on. Is it just? Oh, okay. Was he just frozen? I guess it was. Yeah, big show today. I don't know what he has in store. I do know about the news that he's talking about. It just hit before the show started, so it is rather unfortunate. Somebody said, "Looks like the Flash stop time." Yeah. As the advisor.
Hey, I'm back. You guys see me? You guys hear me? I can't see ACS. Oh, there you are. Now I can see you.
You're just real choppy, dude.
I don't know what's going on. I'm hardwired too. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it sounds a little robotic and it's kind of choppy, man.
Really?
Am I clear?
Yeah, you're crystal clear right now. Hold on. Let me see how it looks on your end. Let me go to the actual stream itself. I'm a little blurry, but I'm okay. I'm all right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay. I think I'm all right. Okay, so Professor X got his ass. Whatever, dude. Let's see. Okay, so so there was this right here that I want to share with you guys, which I thought was pretty funny. So, and this I saw this morning, and I don't know. It's just funny what people do on the fucking internet. You know what I'm saying?
It always is.
So here it is right here. Here's Don Cheadle, and he went live on Instagram. Look at the bottom comment. What does that say, Anthony?
It says, "I'm going to splooge on you," or something of that.
Like, poor Don Cheadle, you know what I mean? He's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, okay. That's a little strange. But what are you going to do,
I did see this screenshot. I did see this. I was like, yeah, what?
And joining us right now is none other than Allie Brooks of Super Hive. What's going on, Allie?
Hello.
So let's get to our first major topic, which just broke about a few minutes ago. We're looking at this Don Cheadle picture of when he went live.
Okay.
And you see the last comment. I saw this morning. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Poor guy.
Wait a second. I was like, "What am I supposed to be looking for?" Okay,
yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
This is crazy." But here we go. Now here comes Ryan. What's going on, Ryan?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Thanks for joining us today on this momentous occasion.
Yeah, check your mic, Ryan.
What?
Yeah.
No, I checked it before. It should be Yeti.
Okay, I think it's good.
Okay, yeah.
No, when you first came
Check
in,
your
it
mic.
sounded,
Like that's just standard.
when you
Make
first
sure you
came.
rotate it. You got to rotate it so the blue logo faces you. Yeah, like that. Because you have it
Was
like
that
this.
you in the
Like,
comments on
closer?
was that
Like this,
was that you in the
Ryan.
comments
Ryan.
on Don Cheadle's live?
How you
What?
are.
Yeah, that
Hey.
was. I think he should come here.
I know, but look,
Oh.
it receives this way, and you're talking like this. You got to turn it so it actually like faces you. So the blue logo should be facing towards your face.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not a top. It's not a top talk, man. You know
Yeah,
how some
man.
microphones are top talk.
Don't
The
you know?
Okay, I'll be right back.
The Yeti is side talk, bro.
The Yeti is side talk. It is. Okay, so
Integrity 101, you are correct. Don Cheadle and Devil in a Blue Dress. I ain't seen that movie in a long time.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, Devil in a Blue Dress. It's a fire movie, but I hadn't seen it. I think he did that before he even did like Malcolm X and shit.
Here we
Yeah.
go. All right.
There you go. You sound amazingly better.
Thank you. I appreciate
So,
it.
as you can see, I got these new gigantic headphones. They're a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. But, I had to because I broke my other ones. Although I'm going to try to fix them now. So I might bring those back.
He's gonna get some what, Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
Gorilla Glue.
Mhm.
Adam West. Good golly, Robin. So before you guys got here, my internet completely crashed and I had to leave the stream and come back. It was really,
Oh, wow.
really,
Oh,
really
And I was just
crappy.
on here just like, hey.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Okay, so let's go right to our main topic, our one of two main topics, which is none other
Yeah.
than Ezra Miller. Okay.
oh.
The Flash star Ezra Miller charged with felony burglary in Vermont. This guy can't stay out of trouble. I don't know what to do. And also, yes, on the side, Olivia Newton did pass away today at
Yeah,
age
she
did.
Shouts
73.
out, man. Shouts out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouts
she-
out to that. But
I mean, this
it's
shit
just-
happened in May.
What?
This isn't recent. This happened in May.
What? Oh, this arrest.
The arrest. This is just. It's I guess made public. They put this shit out, whatever. But all this shit happened in May.
So it all happened in May. So
Oh, okay.
why are we now just hearing about this?
That's none of your business. None yet.
None of my business to begin with, but why is it all of a sudden everyone's business when it happened back in May?
You know what? I have to say that, in my personal opinion, I think it's a smear campaign against Ezra. He pissed somebody off. He pissed
Yeah.
somebody off to keep
Yeah.
him in this much negative.
He pissed in
press.
someone's drink. I don't know whose it was, but
He pissed in someone's drink
He did
in
something.
Hawaii.
In Hawaii. So let's go to this article here, which is from Variety, which is a notable trade by Jordan Moru, kind of like the island of Dr. Moru. Okay. So we go on here. Ezra Miller, the embattled star of Warner Brothers' The Flash movie, has been charged with felony burglary in Sanford, VT, which is what? What is it again? Vermont. According to the Vermont State Police report. According to the police report, Vermont State Police were notified of a burglary complaint from a residence in Sanford at 5:55 p.m. Okay, that's a reasonable time to get arrested. On May 1st.
Mm-hmm.
May 1st. Police found that several bottles of alcohol were taken from the residence while the homeowners were not present. What? After collecting statements and looking at surveillance videos, police found probable cause to charge Miller with felony burglary into an unoccupied dwelling. So what, he broke into a house and
They
stole
sprinkled some
alcohol?
crack on the floor.
Yeah,
It seems like.
fuck?
So are they saying that
Probable cause.
he was there, but then he took it without their permission?
I don't get it. And
Like,
so it's
breaking
This
in-
description is weird. It is.
It's
It
weird.
doesn't say breaking and entering and burglary. It says burglary, right?
Mhm.
So he
So-
was there at their house, but then he stole something from their house.
Yeah.
Like,
You
he
don't
was there
break-
as a
you don't have to
guest.
break
he
into
stole
to
something from
steal.
the house.
That's what I mean. He was there as a guest or whatever.
Took a vase.
Does he look like a bitch?
Police located Miller on August 7th. Okay, this was
Yesterday.
recent. It was yesterday. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan.
I got to make that point.
You got to make that point that it was yesterday.
Yeah, I'm glad you called. Ryan is being a little bitch again.
I'm just bringing the actual factuals. I mean,
Actual
we got
factuals.
Prime,
There
we got
go.
Prime the Godfather in the chat. I got to bring those actual factuals.
And Ryan, why don't you go ahead and handle the chat while I read this?
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, chat?
Okay, good. Okay, on August 7th, 11:23 p.m., and issued them a citation to appear in Vermont Superior Court on September 26th for arraignment. According to Rolling Stone investigation, this is good. You hear that? Rolling Stone is the one that did the investigation.
Why did you say that name?
Okay.
That was perfect placement of that drop. That was fucking right.
Okay,
Yeah,
according to the investigation in June, Miller has been housing a 25-year-old, here we go again, mother and 3 children who are between the ages of 1 and 5. The actor's home ranch in Stamford, Vermont. The property doubles as an unlicensed cannabis farm and has several firearms on the premises. Okay. According to the report, one source who spoke to Rolling Stone alleged that the 1-year-old child was found with a loose bullet in her mouth. This is a lot. Okay, this is the same shit we heard before.
It is
Yeah.
because it's the same story.
So they're just regurgitating the same shit.
They're just bringing it back up because of the they found him yesterday. They arrested him yesterday. So they're like, oh, they arrested him. A new piece of the puzzle.
Yeah,
make a
let's
whole
talk about
article
the rest of the puzzle that we had already solved.
So it's the same shit.
It's the same shit. So throughout Miller's arrests and controversies, the question of whether or not the solo flash film will be canceled. It's not going to be canceled, you guys. They're not going to cancel the
right
fucking
there,
movie.
baby.
I can tell you 100%. There's no way that they're going to cancel this film. There's no way.
There's no way.
Unless he kills somebody or he does something so egregious that people are like just hate his guts, they will not cancel his film over arrests that are self-induced and can really be handled like with community service. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not a big enough occurrence to do that. Now, other people out there are going to tell you that it is. They're going to say, "Oh, he should be the movie should be what's it called?
Canceled.
It should be reshot." And Trey, I agree. This is definitely not good news. It's not. RJ saying no. This is entirely a new charge, Ryan. So,
RJ's reading the wrong article. You're reading the wrong article. It's the same shit. It's the fucking charge back in May.
So they just now got him. The article's
They
bringing
just
up.
found him.
The article is bringing up what's come out before Rolling Stone. Oh, well, okay. He's trying to. Okay. This is a new charge. You can look at the documentation that went public just now. I have that as well. We are going to pull that up.
You have the public record?
I do. Okay. Well, it does say here police located Miller on August 7th and issued them. I guess all
because
of them.
he goes. No, he goes.
It's his pronouns.
They, them.
Yeah.
Sorry,
my pronoun is His Majesty, Your Highness.
Your anus. Okay, so it says them a citation to appear in Vermont Superior Court on September 26th for arraignment. Okay, so basically, he's been issued a citation to appear in court for a charge that occurred back in May. Is what we're talking about, Ryan. So that's what you're saying.
Yes.
You're the one who fucking said it was in May.
That's when it was originally charged. Yeah.
It said it in the last thing you brought up. It said
yeah,
May.
I mean, this is old fucking news. I'm living in the future, baby.
I'm living in the future. I'm living in the now. Let's see. Where did it say that? I know I read that somewhere, didn't I?
You read all today so far.
It says right there, according to police report, Vermont State Police were notified of a burglary complaint from a resident in Stamford at 5:55 p.m. on May 1st.
May 1st.
That's before Dr. Strange even came out, bro.
Yeah.
It's like way back.
They just now got to him to bring the citation.
Right,
hey,
because there was that
Here's your
thing.
citation.
Right, because they were like, they can't find Ezra Miller. Well, they just
can't
now
find
found
him. He's been hiding out.
Yeah. He's hiding out. And that's when he was
plain
putting out
sight.
those cryptic tweets, right? Remember, like, I'm in the multiverse and I can't be found and XYZ want to find love. We will help. It's in the chat.
Yo, man, moderate mods. Where y'all at, man?
Mods.
Where you at, man? Where you
Triple
at?
X.
Ladies and Luke Gaming saying this is this really official or just another clickbait? Can somebody please explain to me? Because I'm getting so confused. No, I mean this is real. Okay, here he is. He's like, well, allow me. They were not charged until August 7th. The crime was committed. He used they too. The crime was committed on May 1st. But after an investigation with surveillance videos, they got to file the citation and formally brings charges. I know he's like mods help. No, but I mean, okay. So now he's being charged for burglary for stealing alcohol from someone's house. This is a really weird story.
Was it what? It could have been like a very expensive bottle.
I want to see FX impeachment. This looks good over here.
That show's fire. You never seen it?
No, I've never seen that.
So look, man. I'll just real quick my gist of things.
Hold
on. It sounds to me like there was some partying going on. Ezra showed up. They were like, "Yo," like he grabbed some bottles. They were like, "Yo, let's fucking party." He fucking bounced with the bottles. Somebody, after they allowed him to bounce with them bottles of liquor, was like, "I think they did us wrong. Did he do us wrong? What do you think? Did they do us wrong?" "Yes, he did us wrong. He stole our bottles. Let's file a fucking charge." Get the fuck out of here. All right? This is the weakest shit out of all the shit I've seen against Ezra Miller. The weakest. Literally. The weakest. Like
the weakest link.
Like the weakest, like, I guarantee. My thoughts are he was hanging out and they had bottles of liquor. Nobody probably said a damn thing to him when he left with those bottles of liquor, but guarantee you, once he left the premises, did he just do us dirty and steal our liquor? Yes, he did. Well, I'm telling you, dude, that's exactly what this sounds like.
Can nothing stop Ezra's reign of terror?
Who is this Jake Casale? I don't know who this is.
I don't know who Jake Casale is. I know Andrew Casale. Maybe
I know Andrew Casale.
Is
this Jake Casale?
It's almost as if he's trying to get fired. I don't think so. Okay, so he goes, it's apparently upwards of 5,000 plus in alcohol in order to constitute a felony, which is confusing because you're a celebrity. It's 5 p.m. Why don't you buy your own booze? I agree. Why don't you buy your own booze, Ezra? I mean, come on.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, if he's multiple, then he's drinking for more.
Oh shit. Oh, whoops.
What?
I meant to go hide that the bot. And
you highlighted the bot.
No, I was trying to hide him, and then I accidentally hid Steve Kazan.
Oh.
I didn't hit him though, so he's fine. He's fine.
You've been unhidden.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
He's good people.
He's good people. Let's see here. Let me go back to the chat. What's up, Phil? He says Tobey Maguire wouldn't even be able to stop Ezra. What are you talking about? It seems Ezra did the right thing by confiscating alcohol from these ruffians. How is Ezra wrong here? Yeah, look, he stole some alcohol. I don't think this is it's not that big of a fucking deal. I don't see this becoming this huge, oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Close it again.
Yeah. This huge, like, oh my God kind of thing. I just had to finish this sentence. So anyway, in other news, is he back yet? No, he's not back. I'm going to leave that on the screen because I like that look. We're going to go to the viewers for some questions. You got any questions for the panel here? He's gone. He left. He's gone. This chair's empty. Man, your KFC Wi-Fi is horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you why it's doing this. I just figured it out.
Would you kick over?
So my air conditioner. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
It's in and out.
I think whoever's trying to take out Ezra Miller is trying to take out this stream. I think it's a hit piece.
Coming back.
I think you need to reboot. All right, I'm done with that. Okay. So anyway, so what are your thoughts, Ali, on how much booze constitutes as a felony? Go.
Me?
I don't know.
Well, would it depend on the state?
Yeah.
Okay, so the state of Vermont, I get, what is that, a dry state?
It might be. No, I mean, like every state might have a different
statute on how much is too much. Could be.
No, I'm sure. I'm just saying.
Felony.
I was just saying that this entire thing sounds
fishy.
It just,
yeah, it sounds
bro. It's
questionable.
okay if it just sounds like when as soon as because I didn't know the details. All I heard, I just saw like a couple of things before I jumped on here. I didn't know it involved bottles of alcohol leaving a person's premises and going somewhere else. You know what? I've seen a lot in my day, bro. I've seen if this dude walked over there, it doesn't matter what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
If he made their way to their place and they welcomed him on their premises, like, yo, oh my God, Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Probably didn't recognize him. He just probably crept on. I'm just, I'm giving Ezra way too much credit. A lot of motherfuckers can't
I'm
recognize him. But I'm just saying.
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just see it as they let him take some liquor. He took more than they thought he did, and they were just like, well, we should file a charge.
Yeah.
Well, he's an actor. He'll get us a lot of money if we fucking
Well, yeah, I mean, and also that you had that controversy in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's what
so
I mean.
he's literally they're like, yeah, we can jump on that train too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very easy for people to do things like that if they're in
and
there.
like Ali was asking the question about burglary. It's not like they were like woke up in the morning and they were like,
we've been burgled,
robbed. No, motherfucker. It doesn't say anything about
like
he snuck through the third bedroom window and slid in. No, it's all it says is I'm telling you, I guarantee you it was a situation to where they were like, yo, he grabbed some bottles and be like, oh yeah, it's cool, man, take you some. And then they look back at their cabinet after he left, they were like, there's no more left. Well, darn it, what do we do now?
That's a lot because say it is around $5,000 or whatever. Like that's quite a bit of liquor you'd have to get out of someone's house with. Like you can't just carry a couple. I mean,
unless
there
you got
are expensive, very
I think
expensive.
You took like the liquor tray.
That's what I mean. You're not just gonna walk out unnoticed with that much liquor.
Yeah.
Unless they have like some collectible
or like wine, like old wine that is expensive bottles and shit. And they were like, oh yeah, take what you want.
Ezra was chilling somewhere where they were partying. They ran out, and he went. Hey, y'all got a little bit? Y'all want to spare? He probably, it's Ezra Miller. He probably, ain't no telling if he had some cash. He probably threw down a couple hundreds or something. And he was just like, yo, can I get some of y'all? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, like I said, they looked back when he left. They were like, he didn't leave any. Did you think we could sue him? Yeah, we probably could. Dude, it just, this is the strength. If the alcohol, if there was no mention of alcohol, then I'd be like, yo, I don't know what the fuck he done did this time. Like, but the mention of alcohol and bottles being taken, that's a bit much for me to just be like, oh, Ezra done fucked up again. Because it's
they're like, yo, party foul, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
I
just don't see it.
Like he's getting charged with these other things. Why would he keep? I mean, there are people that do things like that, but why would he continue
to be in the limelight
to do things like that? Yeah.
Well, he's and this is just my opinion, but I think when you're in sort of that limelight, you've got those different circles or whatever of people that you hang out with. Your sense of reality is no longer that what we consider us for, and those watching in the chat, what we consider to be normal. So they're sort of beyond that because they have these, those crazy parties that you hear about in California or whatever with all celebrities and whatnot. And they get nuts and do whatever. You saw the movie. This Is the End. It's much like that, but without the world-ending shit.
Well, I mean, I know they're in those kinds of environments, but like, I doubt that he would continue to be like stealing from everybody that he's around. If he keeps getting charged with all of these, I feel it's.
And I got it. It was made. I got it. It was made, and it's like, that's what I'm saying. Why so long?
Yeah.
Why so? You know what I'm saying? Like, why take this long? I mean, it's a couple months, and you're just like, yo, nah. That's a weird one, man. And look, I do acknowledge the fact, and I'm sure we're all acknowledging the fact that he's had some issues in the past 6 months. Yes, that we're not dismissing that, but at the same time, we're all like.
Yeah.
To me, this one's
comical.
Yeah, it's a bit not. It's just the other one where he was talking about they say threw a chair at a chick at the bar and all of that kind of stuff. Like that kind of stuff is whatever.
Chick at the bar.
What I'm saying? That's what he did, right? Yeah, but I'm saying
that was more severe than stealing some alcohol from someone's house.
And that's why I'm unless like actual footage comes out or something. I'm gonna be of the mind that they told him, "Yo, take some if you need it, man. Take some, yeah." And then he might have took too much in there, man.
I'm gonna say it was one bottle of very expensive wine.
Oh, so he straight up took a $300 bottle of wine, and they were just like,
Yeah.
"Wait a minute."
They were like, "Yo, we said you could have wine, not that wine." And
yeah.
Yeah. We said help yourself, but not to that one.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
but then
That's the
look,
good stuff.
that's the good stuff. And guys, there's over 100 people watching. This is amazing. So smash the like button. And on the day you get this many people watching, my internet's freaking out.
I know, yo.
And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
You new viewers, just remember Nickatina like,
yeah, he's like,
yo, Ryan's like, screenshot that shit.
Hey,
I know,
so
right?
I'll tell you why. I will tell you why it's doing that, because my air conditioner that plugs into the wall, I decided to bring it closer to me, and I plugged into the same surge as my computer and my router. And then when the AC turned itself from regular mode to cooling mode, it popped, and then everything turned off. I was like,
sometimes
fuck!
when I have money in my checking account, I can't access my banking account. And then
I'm dead serious. I was like, what the fuck? I looked over, and my router was off. I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
So I just use PayPal.
Yes, Steve.
Yes. Pray for the Popeyes Wi-Fi to stay strong. Come on, Popeyes,
Yeah.
don't fail me now.
Don't fail me.
Don't
Hey,
fail me.
go to Popeyes on Tuesdays.
Yeah, Popeyes on Tuesdays.
Yeah, man.
Media and fans are really against Ezra and this movie. It just adds more fuel to the fire. Look, I think that
Like media, yes. Fans,
I would say the fans that are engaged on social media, they will definitely have an opinion against this movie. But I mean, the general audience, they don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't care.
Yeah.
So
and
really, I think a lot of the fans. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Please do.
I think fans were already skeptical to trust where this movie is heading before all of this started happening, just because of what we kind of are anticipating. Well, maybe not now, but before hearing all this stuff about the Flash movie, fans are like, I don't want to be excited about this movie because of what it could mean.
I'm excited
A lot
for
of people
it now.
are. Well, that's what I mean. Now it's it could be shifting now, but before I think a lot of fans were not saying, "Oh, cancel the Flash movie," because of the charges that were coming out. A lot of people were just kind of like, I don't know, but this movie might ruin everything, that they've established so far. So I think a lot of it was already before.
So the Flash movie before, not Ezra, but Ben Affleck was inserted into Aquaman 2.
Now it's more optimistic.
Stakes. It had more stakes because it was like, what are you doing to this universe? What are we in for? And we're not getting any information. So, a lot of people are like, just sort of on the fence, like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. But now that, Ben Affleck has been reinserted into Aquaman 2, people are like, oh, okay, well, we can kind of come down now. It's not that big of an issue anymore. We're good, That's my thoughts.
I mean, it's I was telling Anthony something. Okay, so another thing too is the plot thickens, because now we go to this bit of news right here, which is basically the studio has been attempting to intercede with Miller over the past few months as incident after incident have occurred. Sources tell us this stumble by Miller and his choices, and the choices it could force WB to make, follows a rocky week for Warner Bros. Discovery. So it sounds like they've reached out to him and they're trying to say, hey, let's just chill out a little bit. But things keep on happening.
But Ezra's just like, yo, catch me now.
I'm off to
the next country. Peace out. He's like, yo.
And they did. They finally caught him. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Well, they found him yesterday. He has an arraignment in September. So.
Yeah, that'll have to be there.
Okay, so I put a poll in the chat. It says, should the Flash movie be canceled? So far, 88% of you said no, opposed to the 12% said yes. So I agree. I don't, even though there's new allegations or new charges or whatever, and this stuff coming up from a previous arrest, I still do not think that this will lead to the film getting canceled.
Just
There's no way.
if there's more things that sort of compile on top of it, man, like more instances after.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
Arraignment.
I'm telling you right now. Unless he kills somebody, or assaults somebody, or he hurts an animal, it ain't gonna happen.
I would say that's pretty accurate. Unless, like, it would take an extravagant event for them to do
extravagant. Hear that?
Even in that case, I don't think they'd scrap the entire thing. They might try to finagle with it a bit for a while or so. I just don't. That's for some reason it seems as though with all the stuff that's come down the past couple of weeks, especially what happened last week with Zaslav and shit, like it just seems like this movie is just like. You don't put your fingers on it, bro. Nobody's gonna touch it. Nobody's gonna touch it, and nobody's gonna. I mean, obviously they pushed it back for a reason, so there's that. Yeah. I'm just saying that, like, it's almost he didn't even mention it. Like, he literally canceled a movie that was almost it was done filming, was in post production, whatever. Canceled that shit. This one though, he canceled a movie who had zero controversy around the entire movie. Period. This movie, mad controversy. Guess what? Hands off, motherfuckers. Don't touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the vibe I get. You know what I mean? Because they said nothing about it.
I see. I think it was more protected when Keaton was going to go beyond. Yeah, I think when he was going to start off in the Flash and then have Batgirl and all. If Zaslav hadn't come in, then that shit would still be in place, and they'd be like, "No, we can't fuck with this because
we need to erase everything. We need to redo everything."
Now that Ben has come back and he's in Aquaman 2, and this releases after Aquaman 2, I don't think there's that much as far as like a studio stake in it anymore. It's like if it doesn't get released, it doesn't get released. Yeah, the Flash is not going to change the universe now, so it's not that big of a game changer, if you will, right?
Yeah. The other, Ben coming back for Aquaman 2 and then Batgirl getting canceled have a lot to do with the Flash, because of Michael Keaton. Like, the Flash was kind of like such a central thing to all of these other movies because of we're like, okay, it's dumb. Who wants to see Michael Keaton in Aquaman? That would be so weird. Like, it would feel so out of place. Even when Aquaman was supposed to come out after the Flash, it would still be weird, because it's like, this is not. I understand in these multiverse situations you can have those kind of things happen. Yeah. But it's like, we know why the studio was trying to do that. So it's like, it feels,
well, that's why I think Aquaman is somewhere in the Flash movie, in that he would be on the same screen as Michael Keaton, so it wouldn't have been as off-putting to see them or to see Michael show up later.
But still,
for general audiences need to be sort of led to the trough, to the water, whatever. So that would have had to have been something that they set up.
Well,
and that's why I say it's not that it doesn't have that much weight. This movie here doesn't have as much weight as it did. And that's why it's like, I can sit back and enjoy it a little bit more now that I know it's a one-off with Michael Keaton. Because that's what I thought
they were going to set it up.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know they were going to set it up, but it's like, when the fans know why they were trying to do that, it's like, screw you guys, Yeah. Ben Affleck's your Batman. If he's not going to be if you're not going to have a Batman and Aquaman, don't put Michael Keaton just because they were trying to force it in the Flash,
Also, to your point, Allie, it's also weird to just even think, what was he gonna do with Aquaman? Michael Keaton?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What was he gonna do?
Well,
even if
he wasn't gonna be Batman. He was a Bruce Wayne scene, right?
Yes,
I know, but still, but like that would have meant that he's the Batman of the universe. And so imagine if, I think at one point, wasn't this film going to come out before the Flash? No, it was always going to be. Oh no, it was at one point, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The original release date was after, because the Flash was supposed to come out in November.
The Flash was supposed to come out first.
Yeah,
and the Flash was supposed to sort of change the narrative going forward, or
it was supposed to be a new timeline, right? Yeah, and so that's why you would see Keaton in the scene, because according to some sources, the scene involves Bruce Wayne telling Aquaman that that the disease or whatever that's happening in the movie, spoiler alert, is coming from Atlanteans. You know what I mean? So that scene was integral to a very important part of the story that they had to have it. And so they said, well, okay, so if we're not going to move forward with Michael Keaton, then let's get Ben Affleck in here because he's Batman moving forward. And to me, look, if you put the Aquaman after the Flash, right, then Batfleck has to be the Batman moving forward because now at one point they had Aquaman coming out before the Flash.
It is now.
It is.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah.
No, but they just moved it.
No, they moved them both.
They moved them both.
They didn't move the Flash. They moved Aquaman.
Flash. Again?
Recently.
Because Aquaman was supposed to come out this year. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, Aquaman was
early
in
next
December.
year.
Aquaman was supposed to come out in December.
No, the
original
Aquaman release date was December, but then it went to next year.
March.
Yes.
Yes.
It went to March, and now it's been moved to December of 2023. That's what they were saying. The reports were saying that they're going to move it to December of 2023.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Yes.
So
I
if
saw
they
that
do,
it was possible. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
or
possible.
That people are saying, yeah.
Right, and so and that's what even Miss Grace Randolph was saying is that she's hearing that it's going to move to December of 2023. And so if that's the case and Affleck is still in the movie, then he is the Batman moving forward because now they've replaced the Keaton scene with the Batfleck scene because that serves the continuity.
Right.
And based on everything that we've been hearing, to me it sounds like, and again we're talking about where DC's gonna be going with their universe. It sounds to me that once Alan Horn stepped in, that he was like, okay, wait a minute, why are we going with a 70-year-old Batman? That makes no sense. Why aren't we going with our core?
We've been
characters?
saying that forever.
All of us have.
We've been saying that Batman forever. Yes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's sort of the same thing with the Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That would have been, Bruce's father, and he would have been roughly, 70 or whatever. So again, it only makes sense if it's like a one-off. You don't fucking put Jeffrey Dean Morgan in and he's the Batman going forward. You go back and you return to Batfleck, which is 50 years old.
Which is the point of the original story is you see
Exactly.
him for a bit. He gets to write a letter to his son, and it's fire at the end. That's exactly that's the exact fireness of that tale. So yes, I'll
hashtag fireness.
Yeah,
but instead they're like, oh no,
we're showing the Snyderverse.
yes.
Instead they're like, oh no, we could just use this to our advantage. To just say, we did have we're not erasing Ben Affleck's Batman, but he's no longer. We're just changing the
continuity.
time.
Well,
Exactly.
So look at it this way: by putting Batfleck or putting Ben Affleck in Aquaman, now it gives you that flexibility. You can say, okay, this can happen after the Flash, or it can happen before the Flash, wherever the fuck we want to put this movie, because now either way it fits continuity. So to me, that's another sign that Ben Affleck isn't going anywhere. But if something were to fall through and let's say Ben backs out, which I don't think is going to happen, then they can say, okay, well it's going to come out before the Flash. And
well,
then
just like this one here, Jeffrey Dean Morgan still wants to play the Flashpoint Batman. That'd be dope, but it would have to be like an Elseworlds kind of film now because you can't do this again. It's the same thing with having Zod Doomsday kill Superman. You can't have the other Doomsday come and kill Superman. You just can't do it twice in the cinematic universe with these variables and things like that. Just the general audience.
Well, I would say that it's not supposed to work because of the choices they've already made. Yeah. But we all know they might, if they feel like something might pull some dollar bills out of somewhere.
That's the
it would have been a better choice. Obviously, once we found out they were doing like a Flashpoint style.
As far as Jose's comment about Jeffrey we watched it on Four Nerds. We watched the video of him and I can't remember the actress's name who played Martha in BBS. They were so adamant and excited to play that role of her turning into the Joker, which I know you don't like, Ryan, but like she's still. They were so excited to do that.
He's not a fan.
It just doesn't make any narrative sense. It's fine.
Okay, well, that's not what we're talking about right now. That's not what
we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. He blew me up. He blew me up.
This is bullshit.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan and damn it, I can't fucking her name.
Lauren Cohen.
Lauren Cohen.
Yeah.
They were both so excited just talking about doing that. I don't know if they would have took the same pages from the book, which I don't know why they wouldn't have. they were so excited about it in that.
Yeah, they were.
And to ignore that's just like a studio being like, 2 good actors, very good actors. They said they'd like to do this. Fuck y'all. That's exactly because
It's the same way they treat Henry Cavill.
They looked at Jeffrey Dean and they looked at Michael Keaton and they were like, okay, I think we can get more butts in seats with Michael Keaton. Plus, Ben doesn't want to be Batman going forward. Jeffrey Dean is Batman going forward. That might not work, and Warner Brothers is always until now maybe they've always been a reactionary studio. Like they're always timid and afraid to do shit. So I think they were like, Michael Keaton's the safe bet. I think that's kind of where they're headed.
Safe. Yeah.
Oh, it was totally safe because at the time, kind of like what you're saying is that Affleck didn't really want to. Affleck didn't really want to come back. But Affleck didn't really want to come back, or might even I might want to come back with whoever was still in was running things over in WB. But at the time, he didn't want to do it, right?
No, he didn't.
And so then now they don't have they still don't have Cavill back, and so
we don't know that.
We don't know that.
That's the second half.
But my point is that then they said, okay, well, what do we do? How do we get a new Batman? And instead of just fucking resetting it. And at this point, I would have had a Flashpoint movie where you reboot the whole universe, aside from certain characters. Instead, by bringing back Michael Keaton, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, like I love Michael Keaton's Batman, but I just don't understand why you go with that Batman because obviously he's a Band-Aid. You're only gonna have him for a short time, and then you're gonna move on to a new one. Why even do that? It's one thing to have him come back as a one-off, which I'm hoping is gonna be for the Flash.
Yeah. I think that's perfectly a fine way to have him in the universe.
That's a brilliant way of doing it.
That's a good way to have it.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of going into the comic universe, they're going into the movie universe.
Which is
sort
fine.
of like bringing him back and all that, which is an interesting, it's an interesting thing, for a general audience.
I think all of us like not just us four on the panel, but like us streaming in the past 2 years. When he got announced for the Flash, I think nobody had a problem with that because we all figured it would be just what we just said. It would be a one-off. He'd show up and help save the day. And then, but all of a sudden you got these rumblings, and then the rumblings turned into fucking actual on-set pictures of Michael Keaton being the Batman going forward in DC. That's where we all were like, hold the fuck up. Like, he's 70 years old. It's not a joke, bro. Like the dude, like literally, you're talking about CG in his face on bodies that are doing whatever because he can't do that shit.
He'd be Bat Dooku.
Then finding out
I remember that was dope though. They did Dooku Fire.
Then when you find out that he's in Batgirl, which I know it's not happening anymore, but when it was gonna happen, and then you find out he's in Aquaman, you're like, oh my god, this is no.
Exactly. That's exactly because it was in that, like I said, we were all cool as long as it was just a Flash. Once it started going like he's gonna be going forward, wait a minute, dude, can he walk? Like I know Michael Keaton can walk, but the suit's heavy.
Can he walk? Well, I know he can walk.
You know what I'm saying? You can move his legs. It's just
you got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
I think we all reached a collective point once he got announced for Batgirl. I think we were all like,
that's what they make the space shuttle out of.
I think that's when everyone started like backing off against the Flash movie. It was like, no, is this really gonna just delete and erase everything? Like, why would you change your Batman?
Well, but at the same time, though, it's like, look, everybody wants. They've been petitioning to get Batgirl back out, right? Mm-hmm. But then they released an image that shows both of them, and it looks like this. Where it's like,
it's so underwhelming. It's like,
what? So underwhelming. Why don't you show a badass picture of Batman?
Why does his chest look weird?
Yeah, it's all kind of pointy or
it
doesn't look good. I was like, no, I want to see.
One of the directors out here looking like Dr. Emmett
like give me a still from the movie. That's not a still from the damn movie. That's them taking direction from one of the directors.
Mm-hmm.
The actor. Who is the guy in the middle?
That's one of the directors.
That's one of the directors. That's why I said why he out here looking like
not Carrot Top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he looks.
Carrot Top.
Didn't recognize him. Okay.
That's not Sideshow Bob.
It's not a bad picture.
Yes.
It looks,
I mean,
That's
look,
the first thing I thought. The comment.
Talladega Play says that the image. It's CW quality. You know what I mean? It
I
sucks.
thought the same
Yeah,
thing. I saw it on my
Oh,
phone.
but
and
then
I
we
was
got
like,
other people that are out there saying
it's fire. Oh, not me.
Oh, okay. Relax. But no, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, if you're gonna
No,
tease
ain't
a picture of what Keaton looks like as Batman,
that's not the way to do it. That's
But here's
not
the
how
problem,
you get
though.
fans like on board.
but here's
That's
the
a
problem.
stunt double, isn't it?
No,
No,
that's Keaton.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's
But-
Keaton.
But here is the problem, though. Here is the
Face didn't
problem.
look like
It looks like he has a corset on. It looks like he had a
does.
corset on to make his shit
There's
sit
no
supple,
abs.
man.
There's
They
no
wanted
abs.
they wanted Keaton's shit to sit supple, so they were just like, "Yo,
He's
let's
like
put a-
soft belly.
I'm sorry, but okay. So they have to make the outfit comfortable for a
He's
70-year-old
soft-bellied.
man.
Oh,
So that's all about comfort. That's all about that Southern comfort right there.
Well, you know how they have
Keaton
different
always
suits.
looks awesome.
have
Integrity
different-
101. I'm shocked at your statement, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know.
You know they have
It's
different
Make
inevitable.
sure you like and subscribe.
Maybe this is one of those action suits where they're like moving around, so they're softer. They're not like the hero
What?
suits when they're just
That
standing
still
there.
doesn't help the point.
But it doesn't sell you on like,
Look.
oh my god, we missed out. Like
Mm.
when Snyder started sharing stuff on Vero, it's like every time
I
you
know,
saw
I
something,
know,
you're like,
but-
oh my god,
Yeah.
what the
Relax, Andrew.
really? Why would you? You know, you were like, oh my god, we want to see this. This would be so amazing. And
And
he
when
was
these
just dropping
guys
pictures
share-
too. He wasn't
Yeah,
dropping videos or nothing.
Yeah, even no video.
And some of them were like not finished or like part CG or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is like pretty. I mean,
Pretty. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty.
no, like
Pretty, there we go. So the thing too was that like
it's-
they can't show, they really can't show him because then they would spoil the reveal in the Flash when you get to see him in the suit.
I can kind of understand that,
So
but
I'm pretty sure this is.
I don't ever want to see it again. Ever.
I'm pretty sure this is
wouldn't-
why you're
I
only
wouldn't
getting a
think it was
side profile
spoiled.
because they don't want to give away the whole look. But even though they kind of gave away a lot of
they,
it, to
they
me-
have been. I mean, he took a.
I know, but still,
what do you call him? Not a concept shot, but I mean, you know, when he's
Oh, the
he
one
was
where
in
he's like-
costume. Yeah, where he was just kind of standing like a toy.
but I'm sorry, but,
but it's
this
a bad
suit right
picture.
here, this suit looks like Batman and Robin, like George Clooney Batman.
It
Like,
does.
he-
And look,
can't turn his head.
integrity, man. You are right. Keaton is a fire actor. Dude.
Yeah.
Fire.
It's nothing
actor.
against-
Fire! He's absolutely
Yes.
fire.
I mean,
Nothing
you know,
against
we're
him.
gonna see
Nothing
more of
against
him in the
Drogo.
Marvel universe.
Yeah,
I liked him a lot as Vulture.
Drogo.
He was actually the best part about Spider-Man.
Yes.
Tom Schneider from Twisted Sister.
Yeah, he was the best part.
Rock.
He was the best part.
Compared to Clooney, but I'm saying the suit.
Relax, Andrew.
I know.
Yeah,
Hey, Andrew,
yeah,
fireworks
relax,
right now.
bro.
Calm down,
We
calm
got
down.
you. We got you, homie. It's just that, like, this side profile. Look
Yeah.
at it. It looks like he's
He's like, hey, I'm Batman.
It's not anything against Michael
Put it on my
Keaton.
credit card.
Oh god.
No, not anything against
like-
Michael Keaton or his Batman, but it's like this is not an image. This is not gonna like. I mean, you kind of you understand why they canceled it when you see stuff like this. Not
Well, ooh.
Sorry.
Them fireworks.
you get like what they're saying about it does not meet the standard of a theatrical quality that we want to have representing the brand moving forward.
I got you. Yeah.
That's
I-
the best. It's better to not like. Why are you gonna put out stuff that doesn't? If you want to have, you know, you're not gonna put out stuff
Why
that
does the
doesn't
Batman
represent
have
the
boobs?
quality of your, you know, of your brand.
Oh my god!
The old regime did that, and it's, you know, they're not gonna come in and do the same thing just because it was already in post production. I totally understand why they. Plus, it's like when you think about why this movie shouldn't have even been happening right now in the first place.
It probably should not have ever been
So,
greenlit.
It shouldn't have
when
been
it was.
greenlit.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
not right now.
the thing is that I think that, you know, and this is just my point of view. This is not fact whatsoever. It's just my opinion. I think that when you what a great picture right there. I think that when you look at the guys who were in charge, like, you know, Walter Hamada and the other execs that were there, I think what they were trying to do was they said, okay, how do we create a new universe, something that's ours? And so this is what they came up with. I don't think it's a very good plan. I don't think it's a very good plan whatsoever, but it was what they came up with.
Yeah.
and tried to get out like fast.
Well, because I mean, at
Low
the same
budget, you
time,
can do it quick.
they didn't want to have to recast Ezra Miller. They didn't want to have to recast Momoa or Aquaman, I should say, Wonder Woman. They were like, well, how do we integrate the characters we already have, but at the same time, make something new? But I think that what they should have just done, and it probably would have prevented Ben from ever coming back, was if I were the guys in charge, I just would have recasted Ben Affleck if I couldn't get him to come back.
Sure.
Yeah, it's worse that they're trying to force Batgirl in and be like, oh, we're not gonna have Batman anymore. We're just gonna have Batgirl, even though she wasn't introduced in like a
right. Usually
way.
they'll sort of like bring her along for the for
and then give her her
prior.
own thing.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense. But then they're just trying to like, here, make a Batgirl movie. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, real quick before we get going a little further, let's invite our last panelist, or another panelist, I should say, Mr. Dawson. Fuck, I always freak out when I say his name.
Weedrick.
Dawson.
Weedrick.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. Nobody cares.
What's up, man?
The fact that Allie had to correct you on that.
Well, I
like,
just get
shame
nervous.
on you and your family. Thank you, Allie.
My family?
Thank you, Allie, for actually respecting my name.
And
I
my
appreciate
Trust me,
that.
my maiden
children.
name, no one can pronounce my name before I got married.
Super
so
high.
I totally understand.
Hive.
There you go.
I can pronounce hive. Read it again, please. It's Weedrick.
There you
See,
go.
my last name before
Yeah.
was like, I'd be like, just people would be like, how do you say it? I'm like, just sound it out, and you'll probably say it, and they would say it. It was just like,
whatever.
Phil speaks the truth. Phil speaks the truth,
Yeah.
I guess he's just a better friend to me than you are, Andrea.
Oh my God!
What up, Dawson?
Dawson,
What's up, man?
We're talking about, well, we were talking about Ezra Miller, about the report that went out there. Oh, God.
I mean,
but this is the charge that occurred back in May 1st. So they
Okay.
finally caught up with them. They're like, here's your whatever you call it, the warrant or what, the summons.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh shit, you found me. Okay, oh shit.
Yeah.
Here are your
So-
papers.
Do you think that there's a chance that the Flash could get canceled, Dawson?
for multiple reasons, no. I always go back to the two things, both story and finances, right? I mean, people keep saying, oh, if they cancel the Batgirl, that means there's no way that's like out of the question. Hold on. The Batgirl costs $90 million, right? It costs $90 million. The Flash costs upwards to about $300 million. That is a massive difference. That's nearly triple the money to make the Flash compared to Batgirl. Also, the Flash is the movie that basically is the hinge for the rest of the DCEU, honestly. Because again, all these different test screenings that I've heard about, they say the first 2/3 of the movie is really solid, really good, but the ending needs some work. So again, they're postponing these things and saying, okay, well, let's reshoot the ending. Let's figure out how it's going to work for our DCEU. Because you could have that entire story be on its own, but change the ending to where it fits into what your 10-year plan ends up being if you're Warner Brothers Discovery. So again, with both story and finances in consideration, I don't feel like there's any way that the Flash gets canceled. I mean, if it does, I'll eat crow, but I do not see it happening.
There's no way that Keaton could have made to 80 as Batman.
No.
A 10-year plan. There's no
Yeah,
way.
10
fair.
years.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like, how long was that plan?
It's 10 years.
There's no reason for that in the first place. And like Dawson was saying, yeah, you can't really compare canceling the Flash to canceling Batgirl because Batgirl didn't really have any, like, I don't want to say have any meaning, but it doesn't change the whole universe that they've already established. It's just like a character getting a movie. Okay,
It just kept the weirdness going because you had J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
And 5 years older, you have Batman.
And then that's why, like, the comment about what the directors said about not really understanding why Michael Keaton was their Batman.
Yeah.
And that the studio was just like, giving their answer that they give for everything. Oh, we have a plan. Don't worry about that.
Right.
No, you don't have a plan.
They
They're
did
just, like,
not
jumping
and
from one
still
movie
do
to the
not have
next.
a
Remember that
You know,
mural? We all made fun of the
Probably
mural.
Integrity 101, probably.
And it was Batman and Robin then they fucking they etched out a Robin, and then they changed Batman to Keaton's Batman from 1992.
But
now
again, it just shows how disorganized everything was going. It was just like, man, what is happening?
And you mentioned that wall spray paint about Batman. That's leads into another reason why Batgirl would get canceled instead of the Flash, is because Batgirl is completely hinging on the Flash.
Yeah.
The story of Batgirl completely depends on the Flash movie. So if you change the ending of the Flash, your Batgirl movie now no longer makes any sense whatsoever.
Yes.
So a lot of people are saying, well, it was because it was so bad in test screenings. That's definitely a part of it, but that's not the whole picture. It's about, again, the continuation. Them looking at it and saying, well, if Michael Keaton's not the permanent Batman, it no longer makes any sense for him to be with J.K. Simmons, or any of this at all would make any sense whatsoever. So
again, going back to that, I mean, when we talk about the future of DC Studios, once that gets established, I think that, but Dawson brings up a very, very good point. They're telling us that they're canceling Batgirl because it is not the kind of product or what they want to put out for their DC.
None of these articles actually express every single reason for it. They all pick a lane.
Exactly.
They all say it's not financially viable. They all say, or one of them says it wasn't good enough, and the other says it doesn't make sense with the story. I want to see an article that breaks down every possible reason as to why it happened, because then people would get the full picture, because people only see from one side or the other, and they form their entire opinion based on that one article.
Sure.
Yeah.
And usually a lot of people don't read the article itself. They just read the headlines.
Exactly.
And they make their decisions with that.
They said it's irredeemable, so it was super bad. It's like, okay, actually look at the article and read it.
Yeah, which I don't doubt that there were probably some good things about the movie, but based off of the who actually greenlit that movie in the first place, and I mean, you kind of know what you're getting. Like, the fact that it was originally supposed to be streaming on HBO Max and they changed it to theaters, you kind of can assume it's not gonna be up to par with what you'd expect to see as a theatrical.
Well, I mean, you think about that, but they like you just said, they did move it from streaming, and they were like, no, wait, this is fire. Anthony's right. Let's put this out in theaters because it's fire. And then they put it in theaters, and they were like, or on the slate for theaters, and they're like, you know what? Not only does it deserve theater, but we're gonna cancel it altogether. We're not even.
I think them making it more of a theatrical release is more due to pressure.
Because that's what Zaslav and his team want. They want theatrical releases.
Well, not necessarily on Zaslav's part, but before Zaslav made this decision. Because people, when they saw this, like, oh, how come Batgirl is only getting on HBO Max and this other stuff's getting in theaters? And so they saw that pressure, like, oh, okay, this kind of does look a little bad, so let's put it in theaters, even though it only had the budget for an HBO Max movie. And so that, right off the get-go, like, there was no real direction.
They're doing the same thing with Blue Beetle. That started off as a HBO Max thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. And now it's being theatrical.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I don't know what the difference is between the two. I mean,
well, Keaton was not in. If Keaton was in Blue Beetle,
exactly. It's kind of on its. It could be on its own.
I said it the other day on Four Nerds. I was just like, yo, it's. Imagine being those two directors, man. Which is one we saw in that pic that we made fun of and shit. But that's one of the directors for Batgirl. Like, imagine being one of those two dudes, and the studio tells you, guess what? Michael Keaton will be in your movie. They're probably like, what? Well, we had this. They're like, no.
There's a lot of movies out there that have something or somebody forced in the movie by a studio executive because they wanted to see that person or that I mean, it happens a lot. It happens a lot.
And that's why the directors were like, we asked, like, they're asking the studio, how and why is Michael Keaton the Batman?
And they couldn't tell him.
They just give him general answers.
Because those two guys, they were promoting Ben. They were like, yeah, no, the real Batman's the one who they had his cowl and all that,
Yes.
Yeah. And some people thought, they were trolling the fans. To be honest, I think that's what they thought they were going to get.
Yeah.
And then they were told, oh, it's going to be Michael Keaton. I think what they told them was, like, we're working on the details of it, but you're going to be getting the real Batman from a DCEU.
Yeah, you know what? They probably were told that, and that's why they tweeted
we're gonna
out,
have the real Batman. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, so it is gonna be
and Michael Oakland was like, and here he is.
Yeah,
they're like, wait,
oh, it's Keaton now?
Why is this car parked in a handicap spot?
Oh! I can't be a part of this.
Why are you trying to hand me a Diners Club card? You know?
No, but I'm saying like
TX
on Four Nerds, I literally said like I was like they were forced to put Keaton in their movie, and then their movie got canceled. That's so you know what I mean. Just imagine that state of mind of like and like we've just been saying, they didn't know why. They didn't tell them why. They just said, "Look, just film these scenes with Keaton." And, and
make
they
it
didn't
work.
know what it meant
Make
for
it
the
work.
rest of these.
Make it work.
And
What's
it out.
funny?
And
What's
then
funny
guess
about that
what?
Figure it
too?
out.
What's funny about that
Yeah,
too is that the
figure it out.
person that greenlit the Batgirl movie, one was Walter Hamada, and he's all pissed off that they're canceling. He's like, well,
Ready
no,
to
crap,
leave.
you're pissed off. And
Yeah.
oh, it's just so funny to me.
Well,
And then
I
they're
mean,
like,
look,
at the end of the quote, they're like, we still haven't gotten that answer,
Mhm.
which was obviously before, not after it got canceled. But they were never told their plan about how to, which we know is going to be obviously part of the Flash. But like, they could have just told them that.
But you know what's also funny
Obviously, they
too?
weren't 100% sure of how they were going to like really explain. Like it's no, they're just trying to force it. So it's not.
Yeah.
You know, they're just trying to force it.
What's
but I'm
also
sure that,
funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no, you're fine. You're fine.
what's also funny is that Walter Hamada was probably the one who signed off on the idea of Michael Keaton being back as Batman in the first place. So if you think about it, it's actually Walter Hamada's fault for getting his own movie canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When people are mad, oh, they're coming in and canceling. Because it's the old regime's fault that these things should not have been happening in the first place.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have. Maybe if they had put Ben Affleck, maybe they would have not. Maybe they would have been like, okay, we're not going to cancel it because that's obviously they put. I mean, he's going to be an Aquaman, so I mean, maybe they wouldn't have canceled. Not saying Michael Keaton was the only reason, but like, if you're trying to force change. You know, okay, we're gonna have Michael Keaton's Batman, and they're probably like, no, you have an established
Like,
Batman.
wait, what?
Yeah, we're not trying to confuse
So we
everybody.
we gotta. So you tell me now. So on our sets now, we gotta install geriatric walking. You know, we gotta put in ramps and things. What are we doing?
Hold on, I'm Batman. Where's Jim Gordon?
I mean, was he really going to last 10 years? I don't think so.
No.
I think he was going to last like 2 more movies, and they're going to be like, get him out of here. If they were trying to do a crisis event, then that would make sense that would be his swan song, and then they would reboot the whole DCEU or something. And that's the thing too, was that I don't know if Wally's plan, it was right here in between us, if his plan had a projection of at least 10 years out. I mean, it only had a projection of like a year and a half, 2 years. You know, I really don't know, but something happened with their plan that when Zaslav and Alan Horn showed up and his team, that they said, okay, hold on, this isn't going to work. And it all started when they first reshuffled the movies. Now, we know that the special effects, they were behind, and the VFX houses were getting overworked. So we know that is true, because you see Marvel, and they're all complaining about how Marvel pressured them to, made them work long hours and all this shit, right?
Yep.
And real quick, thank you, Axel Drogo, for the 2
Yes, sir. What's good?
Australian dollar super chat.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
That's too good.
I think obviously it goes without saying that we're all going to watch this movie whenever it comes out. There's no question. We're all watching The Flash when it comes out.
Of course.
If you lie, if you
I
say you're not
appreciate
right
that.
now,
Yes.
you're lying.
Thank
You're
you.
literally
Kind words.
You're going
from
to
you.
watch. Okay,
Yes.
relax. Watch. But I
Like,
think
Walter, you're out of there anyway, so who
I
freaking
do-
cares?
Guys,
do,
I was going to leave. Really, I was, and then I decided I should stay.
Why does Walter sound like Count Chocula right now? What the fuck is going
Count Chocula.
That's
He's
very,
in the chat too. He's
Very kind,
everywhere.
very kind of you,
Oh,
sir.
gosh.
No, I love chocolate. I'm more of a dark chocolate kind of guy.
Oh God. Okay.
It's
Enough.
really it's very healthy for you.
Goodness
Michael Keaton eats it a lot. That's what keeps him young.
And Taladia Plays, I hope I pronounced that right, has a great point saying I keep saying this. If they were to bring Keaton back, this is what they should have done. They should have had him attached to a Batman Beyond movie. That makes the most sense for him. I mean, Tim Burton's Gotham, futuristic, like works super well with the vibe of Batman Beyond. Like they literally base it on that. So why not just do that instead? People have been wanting that for years, specifically with Michael Keaton. I was like, no, let's make him the regular Batman with the Young Justice League, but have him be 70 years old.
Yeah. I think most people would be way more interested in this type of approach instead of like all of a sudden he's the Batman moving forward. No.
Allie, this was always the plan. Anyway, I've got to go. I got to go make some more money from the studio. Thank you.
Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. Okay, so.
Go get a new haircut, Walter.
but then we go to the Deadline article where it talked about a lot of choices they're going to have to make, WBD, when it comes to all their movie franchises. Now, when we go to that article, we see right here, where is that? Even though Hamada took Shrapnel on the Snyder cut of Justice League. By the way, where is it? Oh, here it is. Hamada will devote. I read the wrong one. Okay, so it says here that Hamada will devote his attention to finishing up Black Adam in post for its October 21st release date. Shazam: Fury of the Gods, September 21st. Aquaman: The Last Kingdom, March 17th. 2023. The Flash, June 23rd, 2023. The later is generating great buzz in its testing, despite the tale of scandal involving Ezra Miller that will have the studio second guessing the wisdom of sending the troubled young man on a press tour. So here it talks about how he's going to stick around all the way to the Flash. So like, I don't know if we're going to be seeing this guy leave anytime soon. Yeah. Dawson, what do you think? Do you think that that's just them talking, or do you think he's really gonna, or do you think he's out of here after Black Adam?
Well, Tamon, I mean, I feel like with the leadership they're putting into place and the plan they're putting together, I mean, if it's a new 10-year plan, I'm assuming it wasn't necessarily up to Walter, especially if that plan involved canceling Batgirl, was considering he was very shocked by it. Yeah. So him being in the dark on that aspect kind of is a clear signal to me that he's out the door. And I mean, it says until Black Adam, like he's going to be here until Black Adam. So I think at that point, because he's attached to that and he'll make money off of that. So of course he'll stay on and make money from that when he can and then be gone, you know, because obviously this regime doesn't have a place for him. At least in my opinion, I really hope not, because Hamada's done nothing but tried throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
That's all they've done. Yeah. Everything's reactionary. Everything is like, okay, we're just like winging it from one movie to the next. And I feel like they were trying to push out so many movies this year because like that's what Marvel does. You know, they release like two movies a year, every year, series every year. Like, you know, they always have constantly things coming out. Just is like we can do the same thing and this and that. So, like Andre said earlier, the first big thing that they did when they came in is like, wait, we're not releasing all of these this year. Like, we need to put a hold on some of these. And thank goodness they did, because now we're getting, well, I guess they still could have sort of. No. And Affleck and Aquaman. So I highly doubt, like, I wonder how Walter Hamada felt about that too, because obviously they weren't going to put Ben Affleck in Aquaman. So I'm sure that wasn't his.
What up, Ray?
I mean, also with Ben Affleck coming back to be in Aquaman 2, I think that's also a sign that like Hamada's kind of out of there, because you know, you look at that.
That's not what they were gonna do.
Yeah, you look at that cast for JL, like how tight they were, and how Ben Affleck reportedly even wanted to stage a walkout of it. So they were obviously in that together and suffered through that together. So obviously, I think Ben Affleck has at least some, I guess, feelings about Walter Hamada because of Ray Fisher's situation. And so if Walter Hamada's out the door, he's like, okay, well, if he's going to be out of here, then maybe I won't feel so bad coming back. And also begs another question, like once Hamada gets out, or supposedly when he gets out after Black Adam, will we see resurfacing of Ray Fisher? I don't know.
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Which I think that if Hamada
opens the door.
If Hamada leaves sooner rather than later, then yes, I think that Ray Fisher will come back.
Do you think they will insert him in the Flash?
It's possible. I think if they do insert him in the Flash, it would be at the end of the movie. If he goes back to his own universe, then he's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
Hey, they can't make him part of the whole story.
My car go. Hey.
But I think he wouldn't do it out of principle. As far as because Hamada still stands to make money off of that production because his name is on it.
Right.
And he said he wouldn't work on anything that would have his name on it. So I don't think he'd join it. That was just a joke.
Okay, so let's go to some more breaking news. So right here it says, this is a comic book resource retweeted by Flash Film News. It says Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman will reportedly feature in several major upcoming DC movies, right? So this is an article talking about that. But then the Flash Film News notes, okay, so you see that lanyard behind her right there?
That's for the Flash.
Okay. And look, there it is right there.
Interesting.
So which one was that for? Is that again the Flash, or is that a different movie? What movie is this?
One.
Freddy Fever Champions. Thanks for lending. Okay, yeah.
It says Friday Fever Champion. Friday Five.
I mean, it looks like you look at that set that they're standing in. You remember those set photos that came out that showed Ezra Miller in the suit, and it was like weird side angle, and there was like
that was the ground.
It looks exactly like that set right there.
It really does. And so if you put two and two together, now we're looking at Gal being in the Flash, which we had heard that she shows up in an opening scene. So that kind of confirms. Yeah. So but this kind of confirms that she's going to be in this movie. To me, without a doubt. Now, if you go back to this article, let's see. So it says here, a new report claims that Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman will factor into several upcoming DC Extended Universe movies. This is from what's his face? Umberto Gonzalez.
Say that name!
Discuss the possibility of Gadot reprising a role on a Twitter Spaces. You know, this Twitter Spaces that he did, it caused a lot of controversy. You know that?
Yeah.
Like a lot of shit got brought up, and then they had to refute a lot of it. Like, oh, that wasn't true, or we didn't mean to say that. So, like, I like Eric Davis and all, but there was a lot of things like they had. I guess he misspoke and said that Gotham Knights on CW was being canceled, and then he said, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. So a lot of things didn't really come of this, but
it did get canceled though.
Yeah. It did.
Yeah, Gotham Knights on the CW.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Oh yeah, straight up canceled, which is great.
Let's see, she's a team player. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, but the fact that they're already having a hard time getting Cavill to make cameos in these movies, it would make sense that not only do you have Ben Affleck making cameos, but now you have Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman making cameos as well. And it's okay. So, and this brings us back to the second main topic of the show, which is what direction is David Zaslav and the new DC studios, once it's announced, what direction are they going to go in? Are they going to go full reboot? Are they going to go full Snyderverse? Or are they going to go basically embrace the characters Snyder has already developed and then take those characters and give them all new original content? Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at here. To me, those are your three options. Is you either reboot, you embrace the characters that have already been established and give them new stories and moving forward and kind of develop those characters even more so, or you go full Snyderverse. Anthony, what do you think they're going to do once they establish DC Studios?
Number one, it's going to be the cheapest shit you ever seen in your motherfucking life. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right off rip. Zaslav, from what I've seen thus far, the decisions he made, going to be the cheapest shit. I'm telling you right now. Restore the Snyderverse? Hell yeah, let's fucking do it. Wait a minute. So when we bring Martian Manhunter actually on screen, his CG is going to cost what? Canceled. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's going to be some cheap shit. Now, I do think that it's going to be with the middle one you said, where they embrace the characters that are here and expand upon them. But I also think you're getting canceled as soon as he feels as though your cape doesn't flap in the right direction, canceled. And I said that shit the other day, and I'll continue to say it. That dude will cancel anything that doesn't feel like it's just going to give him a percentage of. I'm gonna make how much profit? 20%. Cool. How much profit is that going to make me? 3%. But it's Batfleck. It's you're bringing back Ben Affleck. He's Batman. 3% according to 10%. Canceled. That's that dude's canceling all your shit. So go ahead and be on Zazdal's fucking train. He's gonna cancel your hearts. And eventually your hearts are getting canceled. But the middle one you said, I think he'll embrace the characters and he'll move forward.
All right, Dawson,
While
what do you
still
think?
canceling your heart still.
Canceling your heart. Yeah.
That's gonna be Anthony's new hashtag on his Twitter page. Hashtag cancel your hearts.
Canceling your hearts, man. He's canceling your hearts.
With me, you have to kind of consider the fact, again, it's a 10-year plan. How much can you actually get done in 10 years, right? With each of these scenarios. With a full-on reboot, you have to go through recasting. You have to go through getting stories, scripts put together, set locations. You have to set aside time for filming. And so if you do a reboot, how many movies can you actually make at the rate that Warner Bros. Has been doing with a DCEU in 10 years? 5? Maybe? That's a very, very small plan. Whereas if you do something like, say, restore the Snyderverse, which I think is kind of unlikely, or embracing the characters, like Anthony said, that have already been established, you already have people cast for the most part. You have a world built around it, and you already have some directors and some people already attached to them and attached to writing and such. And so with that, you can maybe get like maybe 7 or 8 films put out in 10 years, maybe, if you're really pushing it. And again, you just kind of have to look at how many movies do they want to make, who do they want to make them about, and how much is going to take to make each film. So I think the two likely options are either, again, embrace the characters, make new stories, or use the Snyderverse to propel those first 5 or 6 years, and then have a sort of crisis movie, and then lead into the next phase with the next couple of years.
Okay. So you're saying embrace.
I'm leaning more towards that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, like, I think we can all wholeheartedly agree that if you were given the option of what you would want to do, we'd all say go full Snyderverse. And,
logistically.
But again, we're talking about what are they going to do? What is WB going to do? Let's see, Ali, what do you think? Do you think that they are going to go full reboot? Are they going to embrace the characters already established and move forward with new original stories for them, or are they going to go full Snyderverse?
I think they could possibly do like sort of like if it makes sense, I don't know, a mixture of embracing them and bringing in the Snyder, like using the Snyderverse as like a like canon sort of, or like a foundation for those characters. I don't know if they would. I don't know if they're like, we're gonna greenlight, you know, a sequel to Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we're gonna, you know, I don't know if they're gonna do that. But in my opinion, like, if they keep Ben Affleck around, if they bring Henry Cavill back for a movie, if we see him in Black Adam or something like that, that to me is still like the Snyderverse, because they're not trying to, you know, have Supergirl instead of Superman, and, you know, Supergirl landed here instead of Kal-El, and we're not going to have Superman anymore like they're trying to do with the Flash before. I hope that's still not the case, but David Zaslav is always bringing up Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman when he talks about DC. So it seems like they want to really focus on, you know, the Trinity and the main Justice League characters. So bringing Ben back for Aquaman 2, I think, is a big step. And I mean, they're obviously making those decisions already.
Right.
They could have kept Michael Keaton. And just because they're not doing Batgirl anymore, they still could have kept him in Aquaman, you know, and just left the Flash the way it is. I'm sure there's going to be changes to the Flash. There has to be, if Ben's going to be in Aquaman. So I feel like it could be kind of a little bit of both, embracing those characters and then still keeping some of what's already been established as far as like who, you know, the actors, and maybe picking and choosing what kind of stories they want to do, and, you know, what kind of like tone they want to have for the universe, and is everything going to be different? Is each movie going to be different? Are we going to have like Wonder Woman 84s, and then, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of seeing, I guess, how they want to, just their vision overall for like how they want to, for that universe to be represented moving forward. Because if we're going to have cameos, I mean, I'm sure we're going to see Aquaman and Wonder Woman and the Flash.
Right.
We kind of already know that. Yeah. So, you know, I guess we'll just, I see it as a pause. I see it, this is what they need, in my opinion. it's definitely, I think, moving in a more positive direction than it has been. So, I mean, that what was it? The face of the DC that they're having on for HBO Max and stuff. I think that was a really positive thing.
Yeah, I think so.
It was very telling, in my opinion.
No,
very
I think so. And so before we get to Ryan's, I did put a poll in the chat. I said, what should DC Studios do moving forward? A reboot after The Flash, embrace your core characters, and I wanted to say, and develop original stories for them, or go full Snyderverse. And of course, go full Snyderverse is winning at 45%. Second is embracing your core characters at 41%, and reboot is at 14%. Ryan, which one of these three do you think DC Studios will go? What direction are they going to go in?
Okay, I would say, I would want option 3, but I would say because of the reports of Zaslav talking to Todd Phillips about sort of overseeing the universe and whatever, I don't think that they would go to Todd before they go to Zach. I don't think I just don't see it. I don't care that Joker made $1 billion. I don't see them going to Todd and saying, "Hey, you want to create a whole universe, or do you want to be the orchestra or the orchestrator of said universe or world builder or whatever?" I think that they would naturally go back to Zach and say, "Hey, we're world building. We want you to continue, and let's see what we can do."
Yeah,
we have a 10-year plan, and let's go from there. I think what they'll do, though, because of that, is embrace what has come before and do their own thing, because they're their own company, and I give them a little bit of carte blanche because they are a new company. Discovery bought a problem. It's a mess. They bought a mess.
And they knew they did. They knew
and they knew what they were getting into for this aspect of the company that they purchased. And the same thing they've got something else to do with Harry Potter and other shit. They got to fix a lot of things that this AT&T didn't do right. So they bought this company. So I give them a little bit of leeway in saying, "Hey, do what you think will be best for your company. I would love for you to do what's best for the narrative, but do what's best for the company." And that's probably what Zaslav has first. And I think Alan Horn, being a good advisor, has steered the ship a little bit better.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm excited about The Flash again. We'll see what happens or whatever. But I think what they're going to do is embrace what has come before. I think that, if they can get Henry, Ben, and Gal on a 10-year contract for as many cameos or as many films as whatever, just to make a cohesive universe, I think that's what they're going to do. I think that's how they're going to go about going forward. I think we will get a standalone. I personally think we're going to get Wonder Woman 3. I personally think we're going to get Aquaman 3. I personally think we're going to get Man of Steel 2, and I personally think we're going to have a Batfleck film.
Really?
I think so. I think that he is going to.
So
I think we'll still have the Matt Reeves films.
Oh yeah.
And still have that universe, because there are people who like that, and Batman
Batman
prints money. I'm sorry, Batman prints money. And so I would think that if they would heavily invest in Ben. If he's just,
I'm just so happy to see you so optimistic. This is a nice
this is a new Ryan. This is a new Ryan.
Wait a minute, hold on,
then it's gonna all go to shit. Okay.
There it is. There
hold on. I've been this whole time he's been talking. I've been waiting for it. But you know what? If it wasn't for those pesky kids, and
so
mask off, and it's like,
I mean, I want to see, I want to see this whole. I think that may be why another reason why they could have taken Batgirl out, because Ben Affleck had a Batgirl in his film. And I think that and I wouldn't, same thing like you guys say. Don't force the director's Keaton. Don't force Ben to use Leslie. You know, maybe Leslie is not the right actor for maybe she's not the right actor for that performance.
It was rumored that
and it was rumored that they would keep her on.
It was rumored that Anna Kendrick was going to be his Batgirl.
It just depends. I don't care about Kendrick. I don't care about Emma. What
about Kendrick Lamar? You care about him?
What?
Who?
Be humble. Hey.
Anyway. Well, what I'm saying is I want Ben to choose whatever Ben can use for Batgirl in his feature. I believe he chose Manganiello, and I believe that he was going to do his own thing. Let him choose the best people for his for his property, for his his art or his film, whatever. Going forward, I don't, I think just like the other guys shouldn't have been, they shouldn't have had Keaton pushed on them. I think they should have chose what Batman they wanted to have in their Batgirl film, and then it's on them. If it fails because of them. I am tired of studio meddling.
Believer
Fat. There you go. What's up, Joey? That was a good one. The best one of the day. But yeah, no, those are my thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to see that DC, at least in word, are saying that they're embracing these two guys instead of
that's the important thing. Exactly. Zaslav's probably like, hello, you have the biggest character ever of the Superman. You don't get bigger than that. And you're just putting him on the, you're just shoving him to the side. Oh, we don't know what we want to do. Or we're going to do Val-Zod. Or we're going to do a Black Clark Kent. Or we're going to do, what are you doing? Really? You're Superman that started your whole universe is waiting for you to just give him something to do.
He's waiting for the phone call.
Superman, you have him saying, I am waiting for the phone call. I'm willing and ready. And you're just like, we're going to use the Flash to kind of push you out of our unit.
I know he's waiting. I'm sure there's probably a few stipulations in there, but yes, he is still waiting for the phone call. Yes, indeed.
I'd be surprised if they're not trying to talk to him. Yeah.
By the way, Andre,
what?
I want you to feel jealous about this, Mark Waid.
Wow, look at that. Hold on, let me blow you up.
Yep, addressed to me.
To Dawson.
Yep, Mark Waid, and then Keith Williams. Inker, Marvel and DC. I actually had dinner with this guy for 3 hours the other night. Super good dude. Super amazing.
He agreed to go to dinner with you.
No. So there was a meet and greet for all the vendors for the convention at a hotel.
Oh, so he didn't agree to eat with you.
Well,
you sat down.
You didn't really eat with him.
We sat down together and talked for
So you invited yourself. You invited yourself.
No, I was invited because I was a vendor.
You're like, hey, I'm Dawson.
How do I get rid of this kid?
That's what you do. You go up to the other vendors and introduce yourself and talk to them, and it was such a cool time.
Actually, we have video footage of when he sat down at the table with him. This is what it was like.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. See, nobody cares.
He's like, okay, can you sign this? Yeah.
No, he didn't sign it at dinner. I got him to sign it.
He was like.
He's not trying to eat dinner. He's like, yeah, hang on.
No, he signed it for me on the second day of the convention. It wasn't at dinner. I wouldn't dare do that.
It's got a stain on it. But that's really cool, though, dude.
And that's the ravioli stain because we were eating ravioli.
One slipped off his fork
as he was trying to stab me.
It had a splash down. But I wanted to ask you, Dawson. Now I know you had a booth set up there, and you sold quite a bit of your drawings, your art, and I know you sold a few of the post-it pictures.
A few is an understatement. That was the majority of the things we sold.
Really?
Oh wow!
How much were they? If I was there and I wanted to buy one, how much would I fork out? That's what I figured. $5. That's an even price.
But we sold probably 6 or 7 of the ones that I'd already done and had in a binder there. But I drew upwards to about 20 or 22 different sketches during the 2 days.
That's fire.
It was awesome. And thankfully
badass,
my wife was there to help out while I was drawing to talk to people and all that stuff. But yeah, I was my back was very sore after those 2 days of drawing and looking down, and yeah. It's fun though.
That's awesome. So and guys, go to Dawson's Twitter account. It's just Dawson. What is it now? It's a DJW.
Literally right here.
Dawson draws.
32. And
drawing
all
with
the
Dawson.
photos on there from
The,
when he went to Big Lick.
Instagram name is different, but it's
Yeah.
This is
DJW32 art for Instagram and TikTok.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely go check out his account. He's got all the photos on there from when he was at Big Lick Comic Con. That's right. I did not say that wrong. It's called Big Lick.
You know what's funny? I want to say something about this. There were all sorts of adults. There were all sorts of adults at this convention. Not one of them snickered at the name. And I'm like, hold on. What is it that I meet with the guys every single week? And they're all like, Big Lick Comic Con.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
What?
It's Big Lick. It's Big Lick.
Just saying. No one else had a problem
But
with
why is it called Big Lick?
Oh my God!
I don't know. I don't know why. I still haven't asked.
You haven't asked?
Nope.
Does he look like a bitch?
All right.
Actually, we got footage of when Dawson walked into Big Lick Comic Con. Here it is, right here.
Are you
They're like,
calling me stupid?
They're like, who's that?
Are you calling me deformed?
They're like, why is he so tall?
Yeah, why is he so tall? That is true. Dawson is 7'9".
No.
How tall are you, Dawson? Tell everybody, how tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
6'5".
He's so right.
But what's funny is I was sitting down the entire time because I was at a table, so like nobody saw how tall I am.
Don't bullshit me.
When you stood up, everyone was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, pretty much. That's what happened. That's what happened at school growing up. Like first day in class, I'd be sitting at my desk and I get up at the end of class. I'm like, "Holy crap! What in the world?"
Like how many times did you get held back?
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
All right, Andre's getting clip happy.
That's not me. It's freaking Ryan. Okay, so here is a shot. Here it is right here. So there he is at the Big Lick.
That is so. That's like Lord of the Rings. It's that forced
look
perspective.
at this.
Look
Who else was there? You had a friend.
Go Axel.
The Techno Union Army is at your disposal, Count.
Axel shared that. I was like, of course.
Okay, you know what? Yo,
That is so dumb. How did you get in there?
Axel, you know what?
Axel Droga strikes again.
Yeah, dude, that shit is fucking hilarious.
That's hilarious.
I didn't even notice it when he just threw that picture up at first. I was like, yo, that's
You didn't notice he was there with him?
You put that setup up, you know, a couple, you know, you put the picture up of the setup and shit. I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
And then like, Jesus Christ.
But we actually did end up selling that Bob of War picture and that Jinx poster on the right. So we sold both those. Woohoo.
Nice.
Thank you, Kareem.
Nice.
Good job. Good job.
Good job, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so switching gears now, going back to the topic with DC Studios.
All right, I gotta go.
I knew we didn't like DC. I knew we didn't like. He was his fan.
Okay, so we heard the panel's choices. Most of them sounds like it's going with embrace the characters that you already have. And if you ask me, I mean, look, I would want them to go full Snyderverse. But in reality, I think what they're going to do is they're going to embrace the characters that Zach has already established and who they have reestablished as well, like Black Canary and all those characters that have already come out. Bloodsport.
Yeah, 'cause aren't they doing something with Idris?
He said he's working on something with DC. That's all he said.
Oh,
yeah. Actually, no.
It'd be a spin-off series.
And there it is, right there. So Idris
I'm
Elba.
sorry, but his weapons. Everything. I like everything except for his weapons.
Me too, man.
They're stupid.
They're too Guardians of the
like,
Galaxy-esque.
It's two Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man. You know, where he just puts out a little piece of metal.
And I'm sorry, I'm so freaking sick and tired of this nanotech crap in superhero movies. I'm so sick of it. I'm tired of seeing Spider-Man have nanotech to take off his helmet or his mask. I'm tired of like all this stuff with like either Iron Man related things that are just simply nanotech spread all over them. Anything, like even Black Panther is like nanotech stuff. Everything looks the same. Make it look different.
Yeah,
like,
that's what nanotech does.
But like, I'm all for, like, for example, with Bloodsport, I'm all for pieces of his gun being in his armor. Make the armor a little bit bulkier so that it actually looks like pieces of a gun, rather it's just like, oh, let's clip off this little like clothespin. It's got to turn into a massive gun.
Transformers.
It makes it convenient.
It's like
it's convenient. Okay, Drogo with the $5 Australian dollar super chat. Anthony is like, "Yo, Techno Union Army." Yo, that's kind of fire.
It's fire.
Thank
Hey,
you,
yo,
Axel
his
Droga.
little the edit he made with him that with the Techno Union droid.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
great,
It's
man.
You
dope,
should
man.
sell that
I
at
didn't
the next
see it.
one.
Like when you first pulled it up, I was like, "Wait a minute," and I was like,
Okay.
"Oh shit!"
So we're talking about this that broke today as well, which is Idris Elba says he's working on a big project for DC.
It's big.
Well, okay.
Nice.
So when I read this, I think initially everyone is saying, "Oh, it's a Bloodsport solo project." I think what this is the next Suicide Squad movie. I think as soon as he's done with Guardians of the Galaxy, he's going to come back and they're going to have him do Suicide
I hope it's
Squad
not
Part
James
2.
Gunn doing
Oh
it.
no.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is.
Give me somebody else.
Yeah,
I
but that's old regime. Do you think the new people are going to bring him in?
I don't know.
They're still going to do Peacemaker, and that's fucking
know.
James Gunn.
I know,
agree
but
with this.
maybe they
Fucking
I'm
have.
tired of
bring
Taika
Deathstroke.
and James Gunn. I'm just tired of those guys. I'm just
Well,
bored.
but there
More
was
so
talks that
Tyke can get the hell out of here.
get Taika out of here,
Honestly.
but
I
there was
don't-
talks
I don't like
that
the
in a
movie.
sequel
I didn't
to
want it.
Suicide Squad that they could introduce, or they might be introducing Deathstroke, which I'm hoping is Joe Manganiello. So to me, if you're in a big project with DC,
Well, he was
I
in
would
Justice
think
League.
who?
Joe
Joe
Manganiello.
Manganiello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would think that
safe.
if you're going to be in a big DC project, I don't see them giving him his own solo movie because I don't think I don't think he's nothing against his performance, but I don't think he's earned that. The character has earned that. But I think
No.
that if you're making a Suicide Squad sequel,
I mean, to
That
be
is-
fair, neither did Peacemaker.
what?
True.
Yeah, he shouldn't
No,
have a show
exactly.
either.
That's true.
He did not earn that. But of course, they wanted to stay in the John Cena business. So they're like, yeah, give him a show. Because he has a huge following. But
That you absolutely loved, and you were like, you got a T-shirt
liked
of
it.
it and posters.
I don't
on
have
it.
fucking
And
t-shirt.
underwear.
Yeah, you got on
He
the
brought the
Peacemaker
special
whitey tighties.
cream.
The Peacemaker whitey tighties, you had them on.
I did.
You did have the whitey tighties on. Because Anthony kept pinching you.
Karen Go 3D says, I think nanotech transform effect is easier than the piece transformations because nanotech FX can be
Ryan,
accomplished
shut the fuck
with
up.
particles easily. Okay, I can't even read this because laughing.
Like I do
Because
agree.
it's easier to put it on screen.
Well, that's my issue though, is that it feels like a cop out rather than like having it to where Spider-Man like just takes off his mask, which I hope he does in future projects, or like any other
Yeah.
character just like taking off their mask in some organic way. They're just like, oh, well, it's like it
Yeah.
just all ends up looking the same after a while, and it is easier, which is lazier in a sense.
Yeah, and his suit looks really fake. Like
Yeah.
to me, Tom
Yeah.
Holland's.
No,
All
it
the
does.
time, his suit looks very fake. Like I was, you know how the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies are on Netflix now?
Yeah.
Been watching them. They're still my favorite. And his
Fire-
suit looks
fire movie.
dope still. Like his suit looks amazing. It is
Yeah.
not. It aged so well.
I think
Yes.
Both Toby
I
and
missed
Andrew's
that.
suits
It was
being
very
practical
classic.
looked great.
It was
Yeah.
Toby was amazing. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think when it came to Tom's suit, even initially from Homecoming, or even when he came into
In Civil
the
War,
Civil
I was
War,
like,
I think that because look, we've all seen he does wear a suit that looks really close to what we see on screen. I
Yeah.
think they designed the look to be easily to because
Add
look,
visual effects.
yes, Toby's and Andrew's suits fire, dude. Some of the most
Yeah.
fire like cosmetic suits I've ever seen in my life. But like when they go to put CG on it, it's easier to do it with Tom's suit. It's just easier because it looks like a cartoon anyway.
Well,
Like
he
his
has
suit-
all that technology that the other Spider-Mans didn't have.
Yeah.
So, like, they gave him, all the stuff that Tony Stark gave him. So, I know it's
Yeah.
different, but I do like that his eyes.
I do
would,
like that.
expand. I
Yes.
like that. But as
Yeah,
far
no,
as
that's
the rest of the
that's
suit, I'm like,
amazing.
it looks a little fake. But yeah, sorry to get off topic, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
His eyes?
Droga, man. Droga, Batman will not be.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man suit, like his eyes on the
they
suit.
Oh, yeah.
expand
Yeah,
and they
his
do-
eyes are
can-
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like they
his
react.
eyes are dope.
Yeah, they're emotive.
Droga, man.
Yeah,
Batman
emotive.
would not be bothered with nanotechnology. He's the greatest detective alive, bro. He doesn't
Yeah.
need nanotech.
His cowl just like.
I do think
If I ever
that-
saw that
You
happen,
know,
if I ever saw that happen, no.
No. If it were like Will Smith playing,
What about his
you know,
bat suit?
Batman,
Would he do that?
Oh,
he would go,
gosh.
because he's like, man, my face has to be
Maybe
seen.
his
His bustier.
His boobs are
Yeah.
nanotech.
Well, look at you can even see like a bump right here where it's just fabric or just like like thin leather.
Bruh.
Suits don't always look great in like set pictures. You know,
Yeah,
they're not
but
all
They
cinematic.
don't. They don't.
But-
Well, and then not necessarily though, because I mean,
But
what do you
all
call
the
it?
DCEU ones did.
I'm confused as to which one of these is Batgirl and which one of these is
Oh,
Man,
no.
Anthony throws some serious shade on Michael Keaton's
right?
Batman.
No.
I mean, again, it is a very cheap looking suit in my opinion, especially when you see like the action shots and like the torso like crunching and all that stuff. It looks like it's just
Also, one of the reasons that, like, I can't remember what the source was, but like once, I mean, we all were like, you know, talking about why the movie got canceled. One of the Michael Keaton. One of the reasons that was given was that they said that Michael Keaton's suit looks silly on screen. They said it looked dumb.
But it's the
Probably
same
does.
suit in the Flash though. So
Then
wouldn't it
it's
look
gonna be
stupid in
dumb
the Flash?
again.
Andre,
Double dumb.
Again, what?
in our group chat. I'm sending you a picture that you need to check out. That's pretty relevant. to this
God.
conversation.
Oh, okay.
shit.
That was more. That was another face manip. Like, oh, here we go.
No,
Look at this
not
side.
face manip. No.
Oh my God.
Oh.
There
Bring
it
it
is.
up.
There it is.
I told you.
Wow.
What have I been saying for the last
There it is.
hour
There
and
it
a
is.
half?
Wow.
Hey, same energy. Same energy.
Same energy, bro. Yeah, same.
No,
energy.
Batman doesn't use guns.
As a matter of fact, turn up, yo. As a matter.
Very different.
You don't use guns.
As a matter of fact, yo, turn up the music. Let's jam to the fucking. I'm telling you. I told you. Look at it.
And the fact they're trying to bulk up a 70-plus-year-old man, like
I honestly, I just think when Hornet and those guys showed up, they were like, "Why are we moving forward with a 70-year-old Michael Keaton Batman? Why aren't we using Ben Affleck?" Well,
Yeah.
Ben says he didn't want to come back. Well,
We have a
why?
plan.
Well, I don't know.
True.
Instead, they want. Instead,
He
they
don't
were
really like
you
us
know,
very much. Give
Like,
him a
look,
phone. Here, let's
look.
repair this.
and if anyone's watching this, don't misunderstand.
We do have
we all
watchers.
really
Thank you,
enjoy
guys.
Michael Keaton's Batman in his movies, right?
Oh,
Yes.
I love
But
that. I was
this-
a huge fan as a kid.
But this whole concept of
Still
coming
now.
back is
I'm
the
wearing the
dumbest
shirt.
thing I've ever heard.
Yo, I had it's right beside
It
me, right
is.
here on 4K,
yeah, right
looking
there,
fire,
right there.
Yeah, but
But
like
that was,
again,
you know,
him coming
that
back
was
and
then. Now
Yeah.
I do not care to see fucking. Am I looking at Laura Croft or it just fucking
Looks like it,
It just looks bad, dude.
Laura
Yeah.
Croft.
Dawson,
That's
wherever
rough,
you
man.
got this from, this is absolutely hilarious.
it was from
I sent
Frank.
something-
Frank sent it into one of our group chats
Frank.
So
because of course it was Frank.
Yeah, Frank probably listened to the first half of the show and he was like, "Ooh, I got something for y'all." And he's like, "Yo,
like, who the fuck sculpted that shit? That's just dumb looking.
I don't know. But I mean, going back to that picture, where is it?
His suit should have stayed in the 90s along with his Batman.
shit.
I'm sorry.
Let me see. Here it is right here. I mean, here, let me get us out of the way. I mean, that doesn't change much.
Hey, where am I? Where am I? I can't see myself.
But no, it's just I don't know. Like, there's just nothing going on here. I don't know. I mean,
Like
look.
the
I'm
ears
sure
are
the-
super big.
Well, yeah.
that's how his were though."
That's
His-
how
Yeah.
it works. Yeah.
Well, like
Yeah.
I swear, like if they didn't edit his cowl for the Flash, it's gonna be like it's
Yeah,
not gonna
'cause
be a
he
suit
can't
malfunction.
move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be like a suit malfunction. It'll make sense because he's a freaking old man and he can't move his neck anymore because he's been hit so many times. Can't freaking move. Oh no.
Oh no.
He's like, Alfred. Oh wait, I forgot. He's dead. Crap.
Oh,
I have to serve
when he
myself now.
That's
Damn,
another
yeah,
thing,
Dawson
like
went
moving
dark.
forward, it'd be weird. Like,
He's like, I don't have a servant anymore. I can't
you
hire
wouldn't
a
have an
maid.
Alfred. Yeah,
I can't dress myself in the morning.
it would be so weird. This suit looks very strange.
It's
What's
just
on
crazy.
your left, you know?
The only thing would be huh?
But no, it's just
doing that.
weird because you know, I don't know. This
Only
suit
thing
doesn't really
is he
impress
still
me all
had
that
this.
well. But
He still had this. I would be dope.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
let me
If
see.
he still uses this batarang from fucking '89, let me get that.
Yeah.
It flips.
Look at that.
That was the slowest opening.
I know that. I was like, that was kind of floppy.
There you go. That's better.
Still a dope ass fucking batarang.
Oh, it is. It's dope.
It is.
I
yeah.
love that
Sharp
one.
at all though.
Yeah.
It's not sharp at all, though.
Yeah,
But no, I just hope that that look when we go.
What is going on back here?
Go broke.
What?
Oh, no.
Oh shit! There we go.
Yeah. You don't want to show.
I was like,
Hey,
what?
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. Don't look behind this curtain. But this one I want to show you guys.
Oh no! Let me guess. It was from Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan sent it to me. He's actually from Ben Everest, but
Yeah.
it says Ezra Miller during his Flash press tour. Tell me, Mr. Miller. Did you spill that alcohol all by yourself?
Oh goodness!
Oh, no.
Yeah, that makes you question like, how the heck are they going to do promotion for this movie? How are they going to do that when you can't have your star in front of the camera?
They're going to promote it. He's going to be in prison in the fatigues.
Like, yeah, it was really fun working on the movie, but now I'm here in prison, so it kind of sucks.
He's like,
and then right at the end of his little
black
spiel,
mask.
Yeah, right at the end of his little spiel, he's gonna throw up a piece of paper and be like, "It's a job," like fucking, like he was.
I'm working at Blackgate.
It's on a piece of paper. This is my job.
Nah,
Would be
nah,
really,
Zach,
I'm
just
sure
keep
they are.
pitching.
I wonder if I'm sure they're like nervous about customers and stuff for that movie, because that's all that's going to come up. It's going to be like so much attention is going to be away from the movie and on that, and it's just going to be uncomfortable.
Like, there's no way you can have a incredibly successful marketing campaign with this movie. You can only have salvaged at best.
I mean, look, we're talking about they're not going to market this thing until what?
2029.
Yeah, in April they're really going to start up. They're probably not going to do a DC fandom because I mean,
no,
like
not.
When would they do that? They don't even have a DC president or a head of DC Films. And for all we know, it may end up being Walter Hamada, which is kind of crazy. Having even said that. But either way, I know it's crazy for me to even say that. But the thing is that
I don't see that happening.
I don't see them doing a DC fandom anytime soon. I don't.
No,
they shut that shit down. He's like, "Well, guys, we do a DC fandom." He's like, "Get the fuck out of here, Wally."
Yeah.
We don't do that shit, Wally. Not.
We don't even have a slate.
Yeah.
We don't have a slate.
Because look, if you're going to do a DC fandom,
we have one trailer. That's all we'll
exactly. If you're going to do DC fandom, you have to have more than just a Black Adam trailer, which you've already seen 2 of them already. You got to have more than, I mean, I guess you can have a Flash trailer, but you probably don't want to address that right now.
No, I guarantee you the planning session for DC fandom is going to be like this. Okay, we're going to have Dwayne say the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change 15 times. We're going to repeat that ad nauseum. We're going to show one trailer. Then we're going to have people talking for 2 hours about nothing. Okay, just praising themselves. And then we'll call it a day. How about that?
No, but wait a minute. Hold up. We still got 2 hours we need to kill.
Let's just show them Jim Lee art.
No. Be like, how long is it before the Batman 2? Matt Reeves likes to talk. Bring Matt Reeves on in here. He'll just step on stage and talk for 7 hours.
And we have nothing,
and
no
we'll
visuals, no nothing.
Yeah, exactly. The same way he did the first.
We'll just have him standing next to a picture that Jim Lee drew.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what DC fandom is. Just do it in front of Jim Lee.
When does the 10 years start? Their 10-year plan.
2029.
There you go.
So in that case, a reboot does make sense.
And then this morning, I stumbled onto this article, which I fell for, which is this one here, where it says, a new rumor says that Warner Bros. Recently reached out to Henry Cavill about returning as Superman, and Cavill wasn't interested.
Lies.
It's all spawned from the Eric Davis Spaces. Okay? And then Eric Davis tweeted out this saying, that was based on a report I read around Comic-Con time. This is not new news. I was breaking. FYI, I believe I said as much during the space, and then Umberto pushed back and said he is interested, but it's all about the story. So he just basically debunked that and said, yeah, that's not true.
Yeah, plus, again, Henry Cavill has stated so many times on TV, on air, that he wants to play Superman. So if he did say he wasn't interested, it wasn't just about playing Superman. It was about something specific, if that even happened, which I doubt it did.
I doubt
exactly.
it.
And at this point now, like, I'm sorry, but like, if I'm Zaslav, I'm like, dude, just give the motherfucker what he wants. Just give him what he wants. Just get him back in the damn building.
He wants. He's earned it after all these years of being slighted, and then
come on.
First of
What do
all,
you mean he wants a piece of the company?
Give him stock options.
He wants
He
money.
wants stock
What
options.
the heck is this?
you destroyed your Superman on screen, and what should have been your biggest movie at that time, Justice League, like the biggest character ever. You destroyed him on screen, and you're just gonna let him go out like that and never put him back on screen again? Probably not. You know, they're just gonna let him go out like that. Give him what he's asking for. Like,
I mean, you had Superman literally on screen in Justice League talking like this. He's like, I believe in truth.
It's so embarrassing.
Oh, I know. It's so bad.
It's so embarrassing.
Ask him. No, you ask him. No, have you ever thought of hip
course
hop?
he did.
Oh,
Witcher.
Like I sure the fuck did.
Press for. That's all he was. He said it so many times during, press for The Witcher.
Yeah.
And he made it obvious. It's not like this ambiguous, like, you can't tell which side he's leaning towards. He's kind of just giving a general answer. No. Hard yes.
Exactly.
Like the suit is in the closet. He said that like 15 times.
And he said it
it's
what,
up to
6
them.
months ago?
Yeah, really, it's up to Warner Bros. Discovery to give him what he wants. And at this point, based on where you're at with your universe, I would say give him what he wants, and let's make sure that we're developing, quality fire content moving forward.
I mean,
and
it's
not
like
just
if
trying
they
to push stuff out.
If they were talking to Henry Cavill and they're like, well, we want you to do this. He's like, I don't think you're in a position to negotiate, Warner Bros. Discovery. You're kind of grasping at straws right now. So I think I have the upper hand in this negotiation. Give me what I want, I want.
And he
the
should.
negotiations were short.
See?
Yeah.
You're going to give me a contract, see? And then I'm going to sign a contract. You're gonna give me
He's
money,
a much more
see?
in-demand actor now, so it's kind of like, you're not
I mean,
really
Sherlock
taking a
Holmes,
risk.
he's the Witcher. He's now going to be in
Argyle?
Enola Holmes.
Well,
Argyle?
that's where the Sherlock Holmes things is.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so going back to the poll that I have in the chat.
Freaking idiot.
Right now, 47% is winning for Go Full Snyderverse. Embrace Your Core Characters is second, and then Full Reboot is in third place at 19%.
Wow.
As much as I want Snyderverse to be restored, I mean, believe me, I want to see it so bad. I still believe that at the end of the day, they are just going to embrace the characters.
He wants it so bad he can taste it.
He can taste it.
Taste it when
I
he
can
licks
also
his
taste.
lips.
I can also say some breaking news. Exclusive. We hear on good authority that Zazie Beetz is in talk to reprise her role as Sophie Dumond. Man, fuck that one up. In the Todd Phillips directed Warner Bros. Sequel to Joker, Folie à Deux. Guys, what do you think about her coming back? Whatever. What do you think about her coming back for Folie à Deux? Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah! That was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?
It's kind of confusing because, like, aren't there reports suggesting that the second Joker movie is going to mostly take place in Arkham Asylum? So, like, what's she doing there?
Flashbacks, man.
I guess flashbacks, but, like, why would she visit him in
his
Arkham?
mind?
Well, she would. In his mind, she'd be visiting. Yes.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
because she was.
Yeah.
Look, I thought she was great. Look, I think all of us probably universally think Joker, the first one, is an absolute fucking perfectly made movie.
Yes.
Probably didn't need a sequel, but they're doing it anyway. I think her coming back would probably add some gravity to. Not that his character needed gravity added to it, Joaquin Phoenix and shit. But if she came back for something, even if it's a flashback or whatever, I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm loving the fact. Sorry, I'm
No,
loving
go
the fact that it's been stated that it'll mostly take place in Arkham Asylum. Because if it mostly takes place in Arkham Asylum, the musical aspect makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
and I'm a lot more fine with that. Because at first it was just gonna be like the first movie, but just musicalized.
No,
just like,
no way.
hard
It was going
pass.
to be in Arkham Asylum, and it'll probably have scenes where all of a sudden the room they're in turns into like a nightclub or whatever. But it's all in their
I
head.
have to
so
see Mr. Freeze solo dancing on top of the.
No, Mr. Freeze is the pianist.
yeah.
And also,
Hey, everybody, chill.
yeah. It's that version. That'd be funny.
This is for my wife.
No shit.
I do think since her character played she was such a big part of the first movie for him, for Arthur, it'd be kind of weird, I guess, not to see her in some way.
Sure.
Because, I mean, I don't know, but everybody else, but that was a major twist that I wasn't expecting. finding out that he was like imagining their relationship. I mean, I don't see her. I guess I'd be surprised if she was in it like throughout the whole movie. She could be. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's probably just, might be a more minor role than she had in the first movie. But it'd be weird not to see her at all because the whole movie he was imagining a relationship with her. Having this false, reality. So it would be kind of weird, I guess, not to acknowledge her at all. It'd be kind of strange.
It'd be very strange. And I'm glad she's going to be coming back because it makes a lot of sense. And then the last thing I have on here, which I really wanted to talk about, I'm not even going to call it breaking news, but what I will call it is
breaking news.
Well, no, I'm going to call it this.
It's fire.
Because according to Giant Figure Robot, Dwayne Johnson is going to be made an official advisor to the new vision of DC comic book adaptations and will be heavily involved in helping guide its future.
Is that true?
Come on,
look,
Anthony, help us out. Help us out, bro.
You're getting carried away here.
There's
no way.
You're letting the power get to your head.
Yeah, it's getting to your head.
Come on, don't bullshit me. Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
He's looking around.
There's no way. There's no way this is true.
He's not a creative.
No.
I mean, you saw what he did with the end of Super Pets. He's like, he voiced 3 characters. He was talking to himself.
There's no way this is possible. This is complete bullshit.
Look, Allie just left. She was like,
left. She couldn't take it. She's like, I'm out of here. Fuck this. Giant Figure Robot. See you later. But no, I mean, this is a crazy. I'm not even gonna click on the link, but this is so crazy to even say this.
I think the reason why they did this is because he was saying in the new Black Adam DC universe or whatever, and they were just like, "Oh shit, he's gonna be an advisor."
Yeah, exactly. They're like, "Oh yeah." So
I love the pause there.
I was like, "Fuck!" I expect some fucking standing ovations for that shit. Like, fuck yeah!
Okay, but here's the thing. And so when you hear this, what do you think of? Well, if you go to the first response, well, there it is, right there. There it is. He's like, "I will play every role of the Justice League.
I will ensure the success of this universe.
I will be the whole Justice League. I'll be Darkseid. I'll be Steppenwolf reincarnated. I'll be all of them.
I will carry the Justice League on my back.
I will be Mr. Freeze, okay?
The Superman one looks actually kind of like legit.
He's happy.
I mean, he looks real.
Anthony left.
He's like, man, fuck all you. I'm out of here. Actually, look, he just sent me a video. This is him right now at home.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
But, I mean, look, all jokes aside, I mean, this would be fucking terrible.
It would be terrible. But to be honest, I would actually go see this.
Look, I see it. Look at this face right here. This is Venom Hernandez. Oh, what? I love that. I love that you put this on there. I love the Wonder Woman with the long hair.
So wide.
I like every face. Real. Every face is a different pose. You got 5 different pictures of the Rock.
There's so many pictures of Dwayne on the internet. It's easy.
I don't know how you put it over his body. It's so crazy. And you give him the sword. That's what Game of Thrones.
No, that's the
that looks like
the God Killer.
The God Killer. So stupid. Oh my god. Okay, so what was this? Oh yeah, we saw that already. The Ezra Miller thing. Well, guys, that's all I have for the show today, guys. So I want to thank everyone who came out here. Thank you to the audience that stuck around. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. Ezra Miller was a hot topic, so I think that's why everyone stuck around. But when it comes to DC Studios, look, if you want my honest take on it, like I said before, I think what they're planning on doing is they're going to embrace all the characters that they already have, and they're going to develop new and original stories for those characters based on DC Comics, based on inspiration from other stories, and give us a universe that's I think using those characters. Now, do I want them to use the Snyderverse not unless Zach is there. So unless Zach is going to be a huge part of this, I don't think they shouldn't be using his storyboards or his story. I'd rather have him tell that story. So it's one thing to say, okay, maybe what's happening is they're going to set a bunch of movies, and then Zach, when he's done with his other projects at Netflix, he's going to come back and do down the line, maybe he'll come back and do a Final Crisis type movie, where everyone comes together. Who knows? But I think that the most safest and obvious bet is that they're going to embrace the characters they've already established. We saw that they put Ben Affleck in Aquaman, and that more than likely, because they canceled Batgirl, they're not going to move forward with the idea that that Michael Keaton is going to be the Batman moving forward in this DCEU, because honestly, it didn't really make much sense. To me, you honor the character in a much better way by having him in a one-off. Oh, he's back. By having him in a one-off in The Flash.
Yes.
What's wrong?
He's staring into my soul.
I know why. What happened?
Fire.
I couldn't be that intimidating.
Wait.
It's fire.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Y'all can't hear me?
I can't hear
Yeah,
you.
now
There
I
you
can.
go. Now you can.
So, like I was saying, because they canceled Batgirl, my feeling is that they don't want to go with that storyline anymore. That they're going to, like I said, embrace the characters they already have. And I think that they are going to work out a deal and bring back Henry Cavill, because, I mean, we saw just with Comic-Con, the idea that Henry Cavill might make an appearance generated so much more buzz.
Yeah.
And if he would have shown up, that would have been such a huge story. Even though Marvel killed it, that would have been itself something to have Henry Cavill show up, even on a video. Showing that I mean, because that's what everyone wants to see. They want to see the established characters. So I'm glad to see they're doing that. I'm glad to see that they're moving away from the Keaton idea of making him the Batman moving forward. I'm a Keaton fan. I love Keaton, but I don't want to see him be the Batman moving forward. To me, that makes no sense.
You want to know who his Robin's going to be? Kevin Hart.
The Rock.
I don't ever want to see it again. Ever.
Fuck that. No way. So my vote goes
I'm here to tell you,
they're
Batman,
going to
what we're going to do. We're going to solve this crime.
We're going to solve this crime.
It would be hilarious to see them do some kind of skit for like social media though, or something like that. I do like watching them together.
Yeah, they are fucking hilarious. Whenever they doing whatever they do, press tours and shit. That's it.
Yeah.
That's gold.
But as much as The Rock is hyping, I mean, I know he's gonna hype it up. It's been over a decade, for in the making for Black Adam. I hope it's epic. But I know it's gonna be. Everyone's just gonna be like, "Is Superman gonna show up? Is Superman gonna show up? Are we gonna get Superman at the end?" You know what I mean? And I'm afraid that that's gonna get spoiled one way or the other.
He's gonna put it out there himself, just like he did with Super Pets.
He's gonna whip it out.
Or
with
are
that,
we gonna
you cannot spoil that. But I feel like it will, just because of social media nowadays and people sharing, pictures and stuff on. I don't know.
Well, and honestly, when it comes to Black Adam, I hope we don't get a cameo that looks kind of like this, where it's just like, you get to see the reflection of the S in Amanda Waller's eye. Like, oh no, really?
Well, that's what I mean. If you don't get Henry, and don't do it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't even have it at all. Like, don't.
This is an actual scene from Man of Steel.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Fear Jason caught that frame. I didn't even notice that before.
I didn't notice.
You haven't? I've noticed it every
Whose
single
eye
time.
is that?
That is Zod's eye.
Zod's eye.
Zod's eye.
Zod's eye.
Zod
was
high.
high.
High as fuck. Damn.
How high was he?
Did you see how wide his pupils
He was on that Kryptonian peyote.
He been smoking that kryptonite, bro.
Yeah, he been smoking that kryptonite, yo.
I've been on it all day. And,
like, dude, I just feel great.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
That is dope. Yeah.
Andre's a fake fan. He just noticed that for the first time recently.
I'm a fake fan.
Fake fan.
What can I say? I can only do
he's a
so
real
much.
fan of Peacemaker.
Oh
yeah.
He's like, I love those underwear.
Woosah! And you got this great picture right here of Anthony working out.
Hey! I'm training to save the world, man.
Save the world.
Who's that behind you, though? Who is that behind you?
Oh my gosh.
The Techno Union Army.
Oh my god. He's spotting him.
Yes.
Bro,
He's like, bro,
Axel?
you're too far away from me.
ACS has a new gym buddy.
God damn, actually got
He's
me.
like, I'll spot you.
Yeah, he probably was.
That'd be funny.
Oh, man.
Is if he just like suddenly put his arms on the bar and didn't even get it off the rack, and he's just like, take this picture, let's go.
Well, guys, that's gonna do it for the show. Let's go around the horn. Ryan, where can they find you?
You can find me on all forms of social media. Zeverfett, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. And 4 Nerds on Thursdays with these guys. And sometimes this lady.
Sometimes a lady. That's right. Allie, where can they find you?
Yeah, Twitter Super Hive DC, YouTube channel Super Hive. Thank you guys.
Of course. Thank you for coming on, as always. Dawson, where can they find you?
I don't want to see anybody's hands on a keyboard or a mouse.
My hands
or
are
anything.
up. Dude.
Hey, my hands are up, man.
Okay.
I can't control anything, so you know.
I can't control. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Here for.
I'm here.
I knew it. As soon as your hand went back down, I knew it. I knew it.
He's like,
Yeah,
go ahead,
you weren't that
Go ahead.
slick. Yeah, Twitter, and I'm W32.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
I know.
I hit the,
Andre
not
was
me,
guilty.
I accidentally hit the keyboard. I figured something out today. I can actually do it like this.
Oh, you did it with your elbow.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Okay,
Hey,
that's
what is
more
it?
than
I
enough.
just had to show you.
Hold on.
I had to show you.
Is it as long as you have your cursor over
Yes.
said drop, you
Yes.
just fucking
Yes.
Keyboard
So
shortcut.
you can have your keep your
So
hands
this is
where my
no
eyes can
longer
see.
like a.
You're
This
like
is no longer a
you
thing.
can
I
see
can
my
just-
hands. However,
However,
Instagram, TikTok at DJW32Art, and at the next Big Lit Comic Con in February.
there is Big Lick, baby.
Nice,
He's
nice.
looking some more in February.
Okay, Anthony, where can they find you?
On all
drum.
social media at 2279 ACS at _, to the end of that for Twitter, YouTube ACS Universe. Obviously, here on Mondays, you see me on Andre's show, and we do what we've done for almost the past 2 hours, which is fucking
That's it, man.
bring the fire. And on Thursdays, 4 Nerds and shit. On Fridays, I have my show, and then on Sundays, World's Finest. And coming Tuesdays in less than like a month and a half. Fucking instant replay. Football's around the corner, motherfuckers. That's fire. Football is around the corner.
Check out Instant Replay on the ACS Universe. Guys, smash that like button. Leave a comment in the comment section below. What do you think about the Ezra Miller story that came out today? Are they going to cancel The Flash? And also, let us know what you think about the direction of DC Studios. Are they going to go reboot? Are they just going to embrace the characters they already have that Zach had established? The core characters of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the Justice League members? Or are they going to go full Snyderverse? Leave your comment.
In case you needed the question again.
Exactly. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Yes.
Subscribe to the channel. Consider being a member and join the Patreon to help support the channel. Shout out to all the members of the channel and the Patreons as well. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. And we'll see you guys. What?
Patrons.
Patrons.
Ooh, Patreons. Oh yeah,
all the Patreons. Yeah, the Patreons.
Thank you, Patreon.
And then also check out the Teespring account where you can buy Nickatina Show merchandise. Check out all their channels as well. Zeverfett, Super Hive, DC, ACS Universe, and you can find Dawson on the 4 Nerds Network. Of course. There you go. And we'll be live again this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the 4 Nerds Network. And we'll be talking about all the shit that happens between now and then and what it all means. Hopefully, kind of.
We'll break it down for you.
Break it down now.
We'll see you guys next time.